and leave the room, and Wesley literally leans against the wall and goes, "Adults." Shucks.
With his just awful teeth. That's one thing I couldn't like I just couldn't not see it. It's how it's the 24th century, and everyone's got bad teeth.
Yeah, what's going on?
Because of 1988, 1989, no one wanted braces.
No.
Because you have to wear the headgear, and that headgear would not look very scientific to Starfleet. It'd probably go against regulation.
You have to card head braces.
He's just lisping everywhere in his English accent.
Engage.
Number one.
Also, though, I feel like...
Shut up, Data.
Shut up, Data. I feel like Wesley, they could have totally done Malcolm in the Middle style fourth wall breaking, where he's like, "You believe these guys?" Like, just looks over and talks.
It's just him, but it's Ross, the Ross pose with the thumb behind him. Get a load of this guy. Yeah.
Well, then
get a load of this Vulcan.
We're going to get into it, but in the episode where, what's it called? Oh my God, give me 1 second. Coming of age. Whenever he gets beat by that girl in the test, and then Worf comes into the holodeck and he's just like against it on his like cell phone. He's like, "I thought I wanted to be alone, but I actually wanted to make love to you, Worf." Now that you're here.
Oh, man, well, it sounds like we're into it then now. So it looks like this is what, episode 1?
Yeah.
Four Lights podcast with me, Jared, and
I'm
my
London.
good buddy London over there on the bed. We do not have any sort of studio, just in my bedroom.
Nope.
In a game chair, and then London gets the bed. Eventually, we'll probably get him a box to sit on.
That'd be sick.
But we'll see.
Maybe some cameras at some point.
Cameras, yeah. We'll do a little visual work, but who knows? We'll see if this even gets past episode 1.
Fair.
Probably not. But
if we get cameras, I want mine crotch leveled.
But I guess today our main topic was going to be just all of season 1 of TNG. Just to break the ice and hopefully do our first couple episodes will be about each season of TNG, since that's probably what we're most familiar with.
Yes, sir.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But how was season 1? Crap?
I mean, I like season 1. I mean, it's still what got me into Star Trek in general.
Yeah, like you love to hate it? Yeah, like or you hate to love it? Kind of both?
It's also
good and bad?
Yeah, it's good and bad, but I also just like old TV. You know what I mean? So
just
like
the way it looks.
Yeah, like when I first watched it, I was 20. No, I was 19 or 20. And that first episode, like, it's long, but the introduction of Q, well, I mean, I guess it's a 2-parter technically.
Yeah, it was technically 2-parter, but I don't know how they broadcasted, if it was like a back-to-back night thing, or if they did the whole we're just going to do 2 episodes.
That's what I'm curious.
I don't understand how they do that, because I wasn't alive in 1989 when it premiered,
same.
So I couldn't have watched it. I don't think we even had the UPN network until we got DirecTV in 2000 whatever. So definitely didn't know how they did that. But that season 1 or episode 1, I thought was actually really good.
It's sick.
Even though it is bad, it's also really good. It's a whole new introduction to Star Trek.
Well,
and I know fans hated it, but considering we're both born in the mid 90s after it already been released,
yeah,
and we started watching until I don't think I started watching Trek until like DS9 had already been out. So like
really,
we'd already gotten through the whole growing pains of TNG, already seen the original series movies. So I was fresh into it, and it seemed good to me.
Yeah,
I wasn't alive in the 60s during TOS or the 70s syndication era.
No, for real.
I mean, that wasn't really going to affect my my viewpoint on it. But I love this because this is the thing that caught my eye on the first episode was the Farpoint, like their head of the people that built Farpoint Station, Zorn. His title is Groppler, but it sounded like they said Grappler.
The Grappler.
So like, how did these people? They don't have voting. They just have jiu-jitsu competition.
Yeah,
he's just who's going to be the head of state.
You ready for the cage match?
Yeah. We're gonna do a cage match. We're gonna do no gi jiu-jitsu to figure out who's gonna be the leader of the free people on this planet. That is mostly a barren wasteland. Apparently.
Yeah, it's just mainly garbage. But I mean, also though, that whole episode, just introduction of Q. Q is such an iconic, like, next gen character. I love him being such an evil, just bastard. Freezes Yar.
Yeah.
Freezes 2 people.
He freezes the one guy on the bridge.
Yeah, just fucking instantly
frozen. And it was like really not even that good of an effect.
No.
Well, the first guy, the ensign, the red shirt ensign that gets rose, that looked really good.
That was
But then
nice.
you can see like where the nozzle
It's just
is,
like
in the top right
speckles.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just does not look very good. They did not do a very good job on that.
No, I agree.
One of my favorite though, when they're on trial and they're in the courtroom.
Yeah.
There's one of the guys who's just he's got to be like 600 pounds. And he's just sitting there the whole time, like, because sometimes people get up and stand up.
Yeah,
and
and
he's just sitting there.
I know exactly.
Really not doing much.
Yeah,
like he's doing the bare minimum. And I'm like, how'd they get this guy?
Yeah.
What agency did this extra come from?
Well, imagine
he like didn't do much.
You imagine being that guy getting cast for that role? Like, we need people to look real shitty in like a really bad environment. And I think you look bad in any environment,
perfect,
sir.
I think you're perfect.
You look horrible.
We're gonna give you a raise. Don't lose any weight.
Yeah.
Oh, the clothes you have on now? Yeah, just wear those. You're perfect.
Yeah, that's
you in makeup or costume or anything. It'd be great.
Yeah, that's fine. Your payment will be 2 packs of Marlboro Gold.
First access to the craft service table. But that's the first episode too. Very much like they just didn't really know how to write technical yet when it comes to technology, because they were using like phrases that were never used again.
Yeah,
like on that whenever the Q's like big, quilted pattern, whatever, force field showed up.
Wraps around them.
A flannel pattern showed up.
Yeah, for real.
The guys like the ensign's like signal on the detection circuit. That's never used again. I'm pretty sure that phrase detection circuit,
just
not the sensors,
the
detection circuit. That is such a dumb technical phrase, and I hate it so much. Just sensors. I don't think they even call them shields. I think they call them they call them deflector screens, like they did in I think TOS used deflector screens
for real,
and they used it.
Well,
of course, they alternated between shields too, but they said deflector screens, if I'm not mistaken, which is like, that sounds so lame. Deflector screens.
It does sound not cool, and also it's probably because I'm sure. I mean, like Gene Roddenberry was still heavily involved with the first season of TOS.
He was way too involved.
Yeah,
which is why everyone loved each other. Everyone was so nice and kind to each other.
Yeah, for real.
He was like, no personal drama. Everyone in the 24th century is their best friends. They love each other.
Yeah.
They do group stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I know the writers like pretty much detested Gene's interference in the show.
Well, and also this goes across the board for the first season. The one piece suits,
their jumpsuits.
They're rough.
They're rough.
They're
rough.
And
then the manlets.
Yeah.
Dresses.
Yeah.
They're gonna call them.
I feel like Gene Roddenberry's like, who's the buffest dude we got? Put him in a dress. Have him in the back working on some shit.
Mini skirt.
How hard do you think it is to act like you know what you're doing on a piece of equipment that's just like just beeps and boops? Probably nothing. Just
in a black screen that like lights up and has no sort of interactive capability whatsoever because it's 1989.
Yeah, we don't even
and
know
you're wearing a skirt.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they had utility, maybe he's got like underneath the skirt, he's got pockets for things.
Yeah.
Like hidden pockets where he keeps his cricket phaser.
Yeah.
Like, dude, awesome.
I know exactly.
Security,
Well, he also is keeping his penis under the skirt.
They just got to make sure it's just long enough so nothing kind of hangs below the seam, the hemline there.
Yeah, they fitted 2 guys. They're like, he's too hung. We got to get someone else. We need smaller dicks for these dresses.
But we need this guy because he's buff.
Yeah. Tape it to the side.
Oh man!
But also though, like, not to jump too far ahead in the episode, the fucking space jellies at the end. The space jellies.
They looked great. They were a great practical effect. I don't know how they did it.
It was so sick.
It was definitely really nice. That's some of the best effects I think in all of season 1.
Yeah.
That and the crystalline entity.
Yeah, the crystalline entity is so
really
sick.
Good.
Yeah.
I know we'll get to that later. Episode 1 was definitely a good start, even though it was kind of rocky and it shook the foundation of what the fans thought Trek was and all that nonsense. But
hey, whatever.
I mean, we got 7 seasons of it, so obviously they were wrong.
Well, and there's good intros to every character in it. You know what I mean? Like the way, not really intros, but the way they I love getting
establish their character.
Yeah, exactly. Like you get an establish of every character, and then we're on to the next where everybody's fake drunk.
Yes, yeah. And so we got Riker who hates kids.
Yeah,
Riker hates kids
and beards until second season.
and beards. Riker is just like
he's Kirk.
He's Kirk. He's cocky. He's horned up.
Mm-hmm.
His ex probably maybe baby mama, but they have technology. They got medical technology.
He's on a
ship with them, so that's going to be great. I don't see how they thought they were going to get away with that with Gene down their backs because
I know,
but they did it. Tasha was I thought episode 1 Tasha was wildly annoying. She was so over the top on
I
everything.
actually, hot take, I've never been a big Tasha fan. Like, she's pretty cool, but
she
like
kicks ass. She definitely
kicks ass. But like later on down the road when they killed her, I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
Also, the first episode, they have Troy in like the shortest skirt of all those.
Yeah, she's actually wearing a uniform,
Yeah.
and then come next episode, she's just in her regular counselor's doctor or psychiatrist outfit.
It's like influencer clothes the rest of the series.
Yeah,
like,
literally until a certain captain I think everyone hates shows up in season 6.
Yeah,
and then of course we get her in the movies, and she's wearing
more so
the more uniform. And of course, I know we're getting way ahead of everything. We're just talking about season 1, and we're talking about the movies.
Yeah, hard not to.
And she's in Insurrection Insurrection,
I love
and in First Contact when they have the more militarized uniforms with they had at the end of DS9.
Almost cleaner
These are
in a way.
so good.
I love the movie.
The dress uniforms are the best.
I know.
Are the best. And it was just funny too, uniform wise, we got Bones.
Yeah. As an old man.
They just like, we know you're ancient. We know you're probably 90 years old at this point. We're going to put more makeup on you.
Yeah.
We got to make you look 136
even
or whatever.
Shittier than
Yeah. And I think he's wearing an Admiral outfit. I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be. It's just a cardigan.
So. Yeah.
With like the insignias on his shoulders. But I think that is supposed to be what might be their interpretation of maybe a retired admiral. I don't know. It just looked weird. He was basically wearing a cardigan with his whatever pants and boots he wore in one of the TOS movies.
Yeah.
In like the Final Frontier or whatever, because it had like the bell bottom kind of flare at the end, but just a long V cardigan that looked like it was made out of, I don't know, like insulation, but blue. Looked wildly uncomfortable.
Well, and also it was sick just to see Bones again, because like out of all the TOS, I love Bones. Bones is like my favorite character from that. Oh yeah, DeForest Kelly's just
he's great. He's great.
The one my Adams make jumbled up, or what's he say about
Adams jumbled up boy?
Yeah,
he kept calling Data a boy.
Yeah, dude.
Which he was right. Data's like 4 years old or something like that.
No facts.
Oh, and Data. So like I said, like this episode 1, they hadn't really gotten everything down yet. They had rough ideas of the characters.
Yeah.
Data uses a contraction.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
And
that's what Wesley even catches him on.
Yeah, exactly.
Data lore.
Yeah. He uses a contraction, which I thought was funny. But
yeah, see, episode 1's good. It's basically a Star Trek movie.
A little boring here and there, but obviously it's budget and time constraints. Of course, they couldn't do much, but it definitely looked good.
I mean, I think it's worthwhile. Like, I really do like the first episode.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely a good intro. But so now episode 2, The Naked Now, which is basically just a rehash of The Naked Time from TOS.
Yep.
With a lot more sex. Everybody was getting it in.
No, I swear, this is a crazy episode. I love. I think the highlight of that episode is just like Tasha being like, "Yo, Data, you still got that robot cock? You still got
that thing that work? Have you used it in a while?"
Well, and also, what a weird.
Rusty?
Not to jump too far ahead, but what a strange like build up to it, because she's like talking about how she had to like escape rape gangs and all this crazy shit, and then she's like, "So, Data, you into fucking like how's that next?" That'd be like if you're like talking to somebody like, "Yeah, my house burnt down when I was 10. My whole family died. You want to look at Zillow listings with me?"
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's the same.
You look at Zillow listings out in Death Valley, California.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it was definitely kind of a weird thing to make it
Hawaii.
With her. And of course, had Denise Crosby not left the show, it would have been interesting to see maybe her and Data have a relationship.
Fans are obsessed with that too.
Yeah,
like, if you ever watch Trekkies.
Yeah, and I mean, I know Data does have in season 4 maybe.
Yeah, he
starts dating that girl, and she's not like, she's not like into it, but she is into it.
Yeah,
but Data's just
he's a robot,
a robot idiot, savant. So like he just can't do anything. But I don't know. But him and Tasha kind of had the thing going.
It made sense. If she would have stayed alive, that would have been like
if she hadn't like gotten talked into leaving the show, that would have been a really cool. That would have been a really cool way to take things with their characters.
No facts, but it still just always makes me laugh. I'm like 2 episodes in, robots getting laid,
getting it.
That's what we're doing.
Good for him.
Also, Wesley.
Anyone can do it. Data can do it.
Yeah, I mean, also though, Wesley was the most annoying drunk anyone's ever seen.
Don't let your children drink, people. Do not let them drink. They become Wesley Crushers, and they're even more annoying than usual.
And that kid sucks. We all didn't realize how annoying we were.
It's funny in the rewatch though. Like I have to mute the TV whenever Wesley's sometimes talking.
He's annoying, bro.
Like when I'm watching certain things, and I'm sorry, but I know some people love him, and he's either 50% of the fans love him, 50% hate him, whatever. But some of his just maybe it was just his dialogue. Maybe just whoever wrote his dialogue just kind of made it too kiddie because he's like 15.
Yeah,
he's like 14 or 15 in season 1, so he's definitely a young adult. He should be having more of a mature outlook on things, especially when you're on, you're in a, I don't want to say a military type installation, which is the Enterprise. There's military aspects.
Yeah, it's quite you have military training before you go.
Exactly. So how is he so innocent? You know what I mean? Like,
no,
he
agree.
can be innocent, but not to the point where he has the worst dialogue in the show.
Yeah, they should have made him.
Dialogue.
He should have been closer to his Stand By Me role. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it would have made more sense.
Literally.
And also, like, don't get me wrong. I think if I would have been like a 10-year-old, 12-year-old kid when the show came out, Wesley probably would have been the shit. Probably would have been my favorite character, just because it's another kid
and you can relate to him.
Exactly. But watching it as an adult, because I didn't watch it till I was 19 or 20.
Yeah,
I could not stand.
Yeah,
Wesley,
you just hate him because you're like, I'm smarter than this kid. I was more socially inept than this kid when I was 15, 16.
Well, bro, and like I've said this already, but season 1 is the season of like Wesley being like adults. Am I right?
Yeah.
And like he's all mad that he's not on the bridge. Like, can you imagine the guys that got booted from the bridge because Wesley needed it? They're like,
acting ensign Wesley Crusher is on the con, and I went through 5 years of the academy, and like 7 other ships that were awful.
Yeah, I was on a ship that blew up, and I'm 27. I can't get ahead.
And I've been working lower decks, so I look like I'm 47.
Yeah, bro,
I'm 27 because this job sucks. I'm just trying to fly the damn ship. God.
You know how many times I held open that door for Picard, even though they opened on their own?
Automatically. Thinking about the naked time, or the naked now, excuse me. I was kind of hoping they would have done like a Sulu thing and just had like some wild guy with a rapier just running around the ship stabbing people.
Right.
That would have been kind of funny.
Sulu went hard in the original.
It's just Crusher like trying to find a cure and like doing like healing up stab wounds every 5 minutes. Like, Sulu,
Well, and then also the one guy that's just stacking data chips all drunk. Like, I fucking hated that guy.
You're kind of like a giant rat.
Honestly.
But like I don't understand, like, who was that guy? He
never on there. I never seen him again.
Never seen him again, and he's wearing like the weird non-commissioned jumpsuit, like he's just a regular civilian.
I think he was the janitor.
He just happened to be sweeping and vacuuming and engineering as it happened.
Wesley's like, "Yo, you want to come in here and chill?"
Yeah, apparently Wesley's really good friends with the janitor.
Yeah,
we should probably look into that.
Well, also like the end though, when they're like, "Can you put them all back in?" There's no time, and Data's like, "It'll take me a little bit longer than
it'll
what
take
we
me
need."
8 minutes and 32 seconds. We only have 8 minutes and 26.
Honestly, though, I do love that episode.
It's pretty. It is kind of humorous.
That's the episode that made me keep watching, because when I first watched it, that first episode, as much as I do like it, it's a slog. Like if you're just getting into Star Trek and you don't realize how much talking and like
it's more drama driven, not less action driven. Which I mean, in the only previous Star Trek installation outside of the movies, TOS was fairly actiony here and there.
Kirk was always fighting.
Kirk was always fighting and getting laid, so that's pretty actiony.
That's what he did.
I mean the Gorn incident and the which episode cannot remember the name of it, with the Romulans and they have that super weapon that they can fire while cloaked, and it's like that one. That's such a great actiony drama episode, which I'm sure we'll get to TOS eventually.
I bet you money if they look in Kirk's like YouTube history, he watches Liver King. Like he has like old episodes of Liver.
Oh yeah. But you know what? Okay, and with this episode, I've never been drunk enough to where I wanted to off myself, because the folks on the Dostoevsky or wherever the ship was, they just opened the airlock.
Yeah, they're just too drunk. They find another frozen person.
Like all of engineering on the ship is like frozen. Someone's like, I'm gonna turn the thermostat way down, and they just froze themselves out. Like no one just thought I'm cold. Like wouldn't that sober you up?
Yeah, honestly.
Wouldn't that because it was a virus, so wouldn't them freezing like kill the virus?
They did say that it makes you more drunk than alcohol would. So you're like blackout.
I've been that before.
Oh,
and I've never. I know you have too.
Yeah, the best I can do blackout drunk is piss myself,
or fall asleep in my backyard.
Yeah, like piss in the cab on the way home.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Turn that off next episode.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Or make it at least a Star Trek theme song
Yeah,
or something.
for
Come
real.
on.
I didn't know I had an alarm coming. Sorry,
yeah,
everybody.
But Naked Now, not a bad episode. In my opinion, though, I think it is like, for me, it's the weakest episode of season 1. Only because it is you're literally on your second. In my opinion, this is the second episode because I consider
I agree.
The counter for our point is episode 1, regardless of if it's 1 and 2. It's episode 1. This is episode 2. You're already doing a rehash of a previous,
which is kind of lame.
Yeah, it kind of is, but they did a good job, and I kind of like the idea because someone pointed out before. I heard this somewhere else that Data had to go find a record of this happening to Kirk's Enterprise.
Yeah.
And so it kind of wasn't common knowledge. So it's that thought of everything the Enterprise was doing back in the day was so off the wall. Everyone probably thought Kirk and the crew were just lying about stuff.
Yeah, like these guys are full of shit
again. Oh my God, this guy, if he sends one more April Fool's log report, we're gonna court martial him. Yeah. And they were just tossing his stuff in like just the do not like the scam box.
Yeah.
On Starfleet's email. On their AOL account, just scam.
Like if this guy tells me about getting laid one more time,
another Orion slave girl. What is this guy doing? I mean, for one, that definitely goes against Starfleet with slave girls, and he's trying to screw him. What is this? This guy's terrible. We gotta get rid of him. We gotta get rid of him. But all right, episode 4, 3, 4, whatever you call it.
Yeah, I wrote it down as 4 as well.
I think I wrote them all down in order. I did 1 and 2 for Encounter Far Point, but Code of Honor, episode 4.
Rough.
I
personally think this is the worst episode of the whole season.
In my opinion, it's the funniest. It's the funniest episode, which puts it just above the Naked Now, just because it's funny. And it's like they're not trying to be, but they are a little racist.
Oh,
it was basically, I'm gonna get crap for this. It's basically Space Africa with a Chinese influence.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird episode. And then, well, and also like, I don't know. They're like, well, in our country, in our culture, we just steal women, and you're supposed to be cool with that, Enterprise. I know it's your like seasoned security officer, but we're taking her.
It's love.
Yeah, it's love.
It's love.
Well, what was even weirder though is Natasha's like, I'm kind of attracted to him. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's kind of like
stole
this.
You. It's like, what kind of much
fantasy? Jesus.
Yeah,
definitely weird. Definitely weird episode. But I think my favorite moment of the episode was when Tasha and I cannot remember her name, but the female that what
owns all the land,
Luton and Horgon.
Yeah,
they kind of share the wife because they can have multiple. The wife because they have the property and the wealth.
Yeah,
have multiple husbands. The husbands do the
they're
politics side of things.
It's like her number 1 and number 2.
Exactly. Yes. She has her own Picard and Riker. Riker and Data because Data's technically number 2.
Yeah.
But they're Tasha and her fighting in that weird
worst fighting.
Yeah, with the weird hook thing. With the they had all those weapons on the wall and they chose the hook.
Yeah. We'll do the weird fist with fucking spikes on it.
Yeah, with the little hook thing that is
like,
you could definitely just kill yourself with this thing on accident. So let's use this as the weapon. But when they're fighting and Tasha they lock up and Tasha knocks the other chicks out of her hand and it just lands in that guy's lap.
Yeah, and he fucking died.
He just died. But he's just like, oh god, whatever. And then he just looks at down his stomach, he's bleeding, and he just collapses.
Yeah, oh no.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'm so glad they put that in there. Because God forbid they put up walls around or they seat it up higher, they're just on the edge of it. I mean, they're 2 feet away from these dangerously deadly weapons.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, hey, I got it.
You did.
What?
Also, my favorite scene though is when they look down and the other girl's practicing, and it's supposed to be intimidating, and she's just like, yeah,
and she's just jumping around in circles on the little pyramid platform thing.
She does the one move where she goes she just punches forward, and I'm just like, I would not be scared. I'd just be like, why the fuck are we dealing with it? A Prime Directive and all, but why are we here?
And so are they a Federation planet?
No.
So how? That's the thing. With I don't think they even really established the Prime Directive yet.
No,
at least in verbally in the show. Until I want to say, definitely 10 episodes later, it feels like, or the episode where Wesley almost gets murdered.
Yeah, Justice.
Yeah, that episode. Which another hilarious episode.
I love that episode.
If that episode had ended the way it should have, we would have gotten rid of Wesley a long time ago.
Yeah, that would have been sweet, dude.
but yeah, so are they part of the Federation? Because it just didn't make any sense. Why is this being allowed if they're a Federation planet. Because and they don't seem like a warp capable civilization. They don't have ships. They don't talk about their ships at all.
Yeah.
So they have transporter technology, but they mention nothing of any sort of like space fleet or whatever. So if they're a pre-warp society, why are you even contacting them to begin with?
All I know is
Which is weird, but
yeah, they're pre-warp, and then also their only weapons seem like just stupid arcade
that are poisoned.
Yeah. We rubbed a bunch of toads on this spiky glove.
Yeah.
Fight.
Win wars.
And there's lasers somehow. Yeah.
Oh, and I like how at the end, when they go through the whole, I think they call it like a counting coup or something, where they like made it to where Tasha was going to win, but also lose.
Yeah.
Like she got the Luton's wife or whatever, got the poison. They transported her up and saved her. And she comes back down, and then she just cucks Luton.
Yeah,
by taking Horgon.
Like, I'm actually banging this guy now,
this guy as my number one. He just gets cucked, and you see like the sadness in his face. They take this little medallion thing off, his little ruby necklace.
What about Natasha Yar, though?
Defeated.
She's like, I feel bad for you. Lost everything. And he's
I'm going to go home. I'm leaving.
And he's like, I haven't lost my pride or whatever. And she's like,
worthless.
Yeah, dude, you suck. You just lost all your land, and you're the number 2.
You have pride now. That's all you have. I'm out.
Yeah, you have to sit in the cuck chair from here on out.
in the corner. Yeah, in the corner, facing the corner with the like it's a dunce cab, but it just says cuck on it.
I just picture it's like an old school desk that you like pop your back in, and you just have to sit there and take notes.
The desk chair combo. It's all one piece. Oh man, that's just I don't know how that got past anybody. I really how this episode got past anybody. They're like, is this a good idea? And they're like, yeah, screw it, do it.
Yeah, we'll make it racist and we'll
make it work.
Yeah,
we'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Because like the Naked Now makes sense. Let's do a callback. Like I know it's lazy second episode. We'll do a callback, but it's a callback. The third one was like
and I got a feeling though I know we're going backwards here, but I bet the Naked Now was supposed to take place later in the season.
I feel like it had to. And that's a weird second episode.
They like immediately kind of got flack from the fans after the 1 and 2 kind of backlash from it. They're like, we got to call back. We got to call back. We got to make sure the fans kind of realize that we're still going to be like, pay homage to the original series, not trash it like they did today. And some track we have today, but that's another day. But yeah, I know I did some reading, and they definitely did do episodes. They would film an episode, and they're like, well, we're actually going to wait this one later. Yeah, they did do a little bit of a swapperoo here and there.
Because I bet you they knew when they made one, they're like, this one's way better.
Oh yeah. This makes sense to put it here and not here. We got a weak episode. We got to follow it up with a good one. So we know we got a good one. So I'm sure they did that. That probably makes sense. But now we got the last outpost.
Ferengi introduction.
Yes. Such a great species. And Armin Shimmerman, who plays Quark in DS9, is actually in this episode. He is he's a one of the Ferengi, and it's funny because he's one of them. I don't remember which one because they all have. I don't even know if they all get named. I think they talk about the Daemon.
They keep talking about Daemon.
Yeah, Daemon. I don't know what Daemon's doing. He sounds like a loser. But yeah, Daemon, whatever. Not Daemon Bach because that's the one from when Waxana and they get kidnapped. That's Daemon Bach. Damon something I can't. It's gonna come to me later.
Yeah.
Watch, but Armin Shimmerman was in this great. He's great Ferengi. Definitely, I think his performance. I can vividly remember his performance in it. And definitely set the precedent for Ferengi in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
The only thing they really changed was the outfits from the weird like fur sashes to the more of the ornate.
Yeah.
What
more
suits.
decorative.
Yeah. Yeah. They look so good. I love those suits. In DS now when the Ferengi wear.
No, for the Ferengi get a lot of hate, but they are probably one of my favorite races in Star Trek.
It's
so fun.
Yeah, their ships are cool. I love the design of their ships. They're like scarab looking, beetle looking, and they're massive. Yeah. I think it's like a Marauder class. It's massive. It's like it's bigger than the Enterprise.
It looks badass.
In like surface area or like I guess surface area. I guess that's the right term for it. But yeah, they look great. Their shuttles are little like those little. You remember the shuttles they have? They have like little teeth on them, like little. They look really cool, really neat looking.
Fucking badass.
Definitely like them.
Also, I just love how they're all about bread. All they care about is money.
They want the bread.
They're just grinding 24/7.
And I like at the end, because there's a scene earlier where Data has the Chinese finger trap.
Yeah,
He just cannot. Yeah, the android that can do
Yeah.
millions of calculations a second, who has access to all human knowledge if he really wanted it,
Yeah,
didn't read anywhere about a Chinese finger trap.
yeah,
Did
no
not know how it
clue,
worked.
no idea.
And then like Riker's like, at the end, let's give them some Chinese finger traps. Let's fuck these Ferengi up. Let's make them.
Which is hysterical.
Yeah.
It's so fun. But also, too, Data's strong.
Yeah,
Like, he couldn't pull it apart.
He just would rip it to pieces. It's like cardboard,
Yeah,
you know.
Data's supposed to be fucking like
Yoked.
yeah, just
He's
totally
yoked, stronger than
shredded.
Worf. I mean,
He's
we're
a
gonna see it
fucking
later
robot.
when we concaves Worf's chest in, and he just can't get a Chinese finger trap ripped in half.
Yeah, bro.
Like what? Oh my
I
God.
think once again that's another thing where they're like, we're rebooting it, we're fucking trying, like we're getting there.
I think this might have been the first episode too, where they're actually on a planet,
Yeah,
and it looks like crap.
yeah, it does. It looks
All the
like
crystals look nice, but like the sky
the,
is just a blue background. Like
Yeah.
it's just they just got a blue screen from a production lot, you know, one warehouse over, and there's like, we'll call it the sky.
I will say season 1 in general, in my opinion, a lot of the planet surfaces are
Not good.
it's rough.
They're not good.
The ship looks amazing.
Oh yeah, the ship looks great.
The
Well, outside of just don't watch it in Blu-ray or the
Oh, that's
upscales because you see stuff.
yeah, I mean, I'll have something to say about later on when Tasha dies, but
Yeah. Or I mean, even that's the thing they struggled with was the planet set season 1 and the doubles.
yeah,
Our actor doubles,
yeah,
because I want to talk about that in one of them, one later episode. But actually in this episode, if I'm not mistaken, there's Data has a stunt double for a minute, and like doesn't even look like it's not even close. Like they didn't even get his hair right. You could have at least got his hair right. He has like a pompadour.
no, I know
And
exactly
it's
what
like,
you're talking
are you-
about.
Like you couldn't have just slicked this guy's hair back.
Just a little
Was he
bit.
just too Greek or Italian? They couldn't get enough gel
They
on it
couldn't,
or
yeah, they
something?
couldn't figure
You
it
know,
out.
it was very weird. I don't know why they couldn't do that. But like he fit in he body wise, yeah, it looked good, but it was just the hair is what throws you off. But that was the one that's kind of what stood out to me the most was the fact that they hadn't gotten the planet sets right yet,
No.
and the doubles are starting to be a little annoying.
Yeah. Well,
And they only get worse.
like the planet sucks in that episode, but the god like guy,
Portal 63,
Yeah. and
69, Portal,
he lets him live
420.
because Riker's good with his words, and that one Ferengi's like, his words were we told him that.
Yeah, we told him to do that. Yeah.
And
then-
so Ferengi, too.
But like, and Riker just like, yeah, this guy's probably gonna try and kill me as like a test. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit there and then what if he had just that
Into
whatever
into the whole
axe
series,
spear thing just split
fucking-
Riker down the middle,
dude.
like what? Okay, like
Well, and also,
that guy, his makeup was crap.
yeah,
That guy's makeup was not good.
garbage.
I don't know why they made him look like a 90,000-year-old man, but it was played by probably a 47-year-old.
Yeah, it
I
was.
don't understand that. Just make him a younger looking guy. I guess
Yeah.
maybe the hologram program ages in real time, so he's as old as the Takan Empire.
But still, though, like it just if he's a god, he seemed like I feel like you wouldn't see a wrinkle on a god. You
Well,
know what I mean?
I don't know why. Was he considered a god?
I don't know.
I
I'm
think
not
he was
sure.
just like a.
He was powerful.
Yeah, because he was technology. He was whatever the Takan Empire had. He was just
Oh,
a manifestation of the program to, I guess,
That's true.
signal that they can communicate with the Takan, even though they've been dead for 1,000,000 years or something like that.
Yeah,
That was a kind of a weird insight. Once we get into like the episodes where we have the ancient, like the Iconians and some of those other species empires that have been dead for 100, 200, 1,000,000 years.
yeah, it gets a little
It's like,
crazy.
Like, come on, like on our planet, we can't even find stuff from 10,000 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, just trying to find stuff
these
from
people are
a
still
million years
good.
ago. Like what? Whatever. It's Trek. You gotta love it.
Yeah, but I still love when he's talking to the guy and that one Ferengi's just following him. Oh,
Just skulking behind.
It's
him.
just like on a rock.
Like they just don't know how to walk.
yeah. They will. Also, they don't even pay him any attention. Riker's
Oh,
just
no.
like, yeah, fuck these guys. They suck.
And I definitely like how they made it to where the Ferengi stop lumbering around everywhere and they just know how to walk upright
Yeah,
by the time
thank
we get to
God.
DS9 or
Yeah.
at least by the time we get to the later, like I guess the Ferengi, not from the which one was it? The battle. Because even in the battle, they're still kind of
Little weird.
little weird. They haven't really
They improved it.
flushed
Though.
out. Yeah, they definitely improved it. But yeah, once we get to like season 2 and on Ferengi, where we really get them where they need to be, they're great. But definitely took a minute.
Yeah. So next episode, what is it? Where no one's gone before. Wesley saves the day.
Wesley saves the day. It makes no sense. That guy Kaczynski
is an asshole.
I hate him.
He shoulder bumps Riker so fucking hard. And it was the most
coming Riker,
bro.
And everybody's like, "What the fuck did this guy just say?"
Well, also,
what he used his name.
Yeah, dude.
And everybody was offended, which I'm there for it.
Yeah,
because that guy sucks.
Well, I like how he's all like, boom, like there was no reason to run into Riker. There was absolutely that was a power move. He's like, I'm a fucking genius, and I'm gonna make your ship go like a couple miles an hour faster.
And what really didn't make sense though, was this guy even like part of Starfleet? Because I feel like I can't remember if he had.
He seems like a con artist,
but I don't remember if he had pips because he didn't have a badge. He didn't have a Starfleet badge, which you kind of that's like part of your everyday carry as a Starfleet officer is the thing that universally
talk to everybody with,
and communicates, and is your tracker and all that stuff.
Everything.
So I don't understand why he didn't have one of those. And I feel like he had one pip.
He was a piece of shit, though.
Yeah, he sucked. I did not like him. I did not like Kaczynski.
Well, I don't like how Wesley messes with it. He's like, "Well, actually, Captain, I can do it better."
Yeah,
and then
but like the Traveler made no sense.
Yeah,
but I like him. I like the idea of the Travelers. I think they're really neat. And I wish we would have gotten more from them.
That would have been
minus
sick.
Wesley Crusher.
Yeah, because the Traveler was like,
he was cool.
He was into Wesley though. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, like his whole like ability to like phase in and out of space. I think they can like technically travel like
anywhere.
They
just fucking
like they don't even need like a ship. They can as long as like the power of thought compels them forward or something like that, which is kind of cool.
It's fucking sick. Honestly, it's like I said, there's a lot of episodes in this season where it's like, you saved the day, Wesley. Thank you. You're the world's greatest.
Like every 3 episodes, he's the hero, which
it's annoying. And also his suit sucks. Because he has like the gray one.
He has the gray one, and he also has the one with like the rainbow shoulder pads.
Yeah.
With like the V thing.
His has the worst clothes. The worst is his fucking snowsuit when he's gonna go throw snowballs with the one kid.
The other kid who you never see again.
No, but he has like it's all silver.
It's all silver. It looks like it actually looks really cold. This is not
lame.
Thermally functional at all. And then just throws and of course
it hits Picard.
The snowball hits Picard, which I know that's I think that's a later episode, right?
Yeah. I just had to bring up Wesley's outfits.
All right. 7. Lonely Among Us.
Yeah.
The fact, I think, I don't know if it's in Picard's opening captain's log or if Riker says it, but they're going to transporting two species that are at war.
Yeah.
A reptilian species and like a cat species or a dog species, which is hilarious. I can just imagine a dog ring a snake.
Just destroying a lizard.
Yeah. Iguana. Yeah. Its eyes going all crazy. But no, they're going to a planet called Parliament. And I don't know who names their planet Parliament, but I was thinking that they're going there, and the people that live on Parliament are just like part of Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah,
and they mediate disputes with funk music. Yeah, that would have been so awesome. They all have they're all just afros and just bell bottoms and like the white guys that play saxophone just have big old like giant
fat sunglasses,
glasses, thick, like they're 3-inch thick lenses.
Or it's
just they rip on saxophone, like that kind of thing.
Riker gets in on it with his fucking trombone.
Yeah, his trombone. Yeah, he's
laying it down.
No, he's a jazz guy. I don't think Riker would appreciate funk. He might a little bit.
He should. Or it's just a planet that has one brand of cigarettes. Parliaments.
But I would just love that. And like all their houses are the Parliament like ship that you see on their album.
Yeah.
And they can also like fly in them, but that's their house and they live in them.
I actually just want to see that episode now. That'd be fucking
just rewatch it again. We'll get some AI stuff on it.
Also, I feel like this is the first episode with like racism. Because they're like, I don't want to be anywhere near them. I don't want to be anywhere near those guys. They're like trying to get quarters. In the beginning, when they get there, they're like, well, we'll get you to this other room that's not near those.
Yeah, we're going to segregate you two species so you don't kill each other.
And then also...
and this is the episode, this is Riker gets powers.
Yeah.
And I wrote this down because I thought it was... The episode feels like it's over before you know it.
No, I agree.
Like, because, I mean, you get halfway through, you get...
Wait, is this the episode where Riker gets powers?
Yeah.
I thought that was the one where Q gives him powers, the hiding Q. You know what I'm talking about?
You were right. I got that confused.
This is the one where Picard gets like a fucking phase push, essentially.
Yeah, he gets overtaken by like some entity and they like go in the cloud. I get those confused because I feel like
they're very similar
like
episodes.
you could take that B plot. Well, I guess the species dispute is the B plot, the A plot is with our crew.
Yeah.
You could just kind of mix and match those because while the
It's
speeds trying to kill each other and
same shit.
segregated parts of the ship, Q's taking the crew and because they're on the way to Parliament, like they are on the way to wherever they're going in Han Q.
Yeah.
So I guess you could mix and match those plots, which that's just another credit to the wonderful writing of season 1.
I feel like a lot of the plots can be mixed and matched. But then also, Engineer Singh gets found dead.
Oh my god, just. I mean, and I thought that was weird too. Is that's where you kind of catch on that every episode there's a different chief engineer.
Yeah.
Which if Singh dies, I guess that means every other chief engineer just keeps dying. So they have to keep getting.
They're like, sorry guys, you're for some
you're
reason.
our new red shirt.
Yeah, they are after engineers.
Yes, they're after engineers.
Well,
they're
also,
not like the chief ones.
This is unrelated to really the entire episode, but Data's smoking the Sherlock Holmes pipe, trying to figure out like the mystery. And Picard's
in
like,
uniform.
Yeah, and Picard's like, can we do that without the pipe? Like he's just pissed off.
Well, and then also with Picard, the whole end of the episode makes no sense.
Yeah,
he gets beamed over into that gas cloud.
Yeah,
and then they
Data beams
get him back,
and he
no explanation of how.
Well, he beams him back and like fucks with it to where the entity stays behind. So he only got Picard's atoms. But how?
Well, with the teleporters, I think it has to do with quantum entanglement and like breaking you down to your base like quantum particles.
Yeah,
but where's his? Did they just reuse his pattern? I
don't. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it was a very weird. I know all that the transporter stuff gets fleshed out in later seasons with like, I mean, you get it to where in season 2 when Pulaski gets that disease from the kids that are like immortal. She ages super fast, and they just use DNA from her, previously, and they just make her young again. Or when Picard and Ro, they all get turned into kids. Yeah, they use transporters again with not really any sort of explanation other than technobabble. Though. That is a good episode. I can't wait to get to that one. Yeah, me too. That is such a funny episode. Of course, Ferengi-centric episode. There are villain in it, and they get bamboozled by kids, which is fantastic. They're all the same size too, which is great.
It's fucking funny.
But I think that was just a really weird way to end the episode with no explanation of how the transporter is just magic. No, it just like the replicator is awesome. That makes sense. Yeah, it energy, creates matter. You're turning energy because all the same thing. It just
makes whatever food you want.
So the transporter is essentially witchcraft.
Yeah, it's literally. I'm taking your cells and putting it here. Like it's almost like that movie, The Prestige, where he keeps fucking drowning himself for the magic trick. I feel like there's like infinite number of like other people in the universe.
Oh man!
And then what we got next?
Your episode,
Justice.
Yeah,
Sex Planet.
Sex Planet. It's called Rubicon 3, and I wrote in my notes Rubicon 3.
Yeah, Rubicon 3.
Everyone's just having sex on that planet.
They're
running. They're running from point A to point B. They have no vehicles, no bikes. They just run everywhere barefoot, which sounds. That gave me shin splints watching that.
Yeah, dude.
So I don't see how they did that.
And the people on that planet's feet probably stink.
They stink. I bet they're rough as hell.
Yeah.
Unless they have a really great pumice stone economy or something.
But they look like they put a lot of like money into like skincare.
And well, they don't have to spend a lot of money on clothes.
No, they don't wear any.
The textile economy is really non-justice. All the clothes are like nothing basically.
They're like Roman Empire like levels of orgies. There's shit happening there. Because they're like,
there's no kids, thank God.
Yeah, well, there is with Wesley. He's with that group of kids, and even they're a little.
They're a little kind of like we get him in on it.
As soon as they get there, they're like they go up to Riker, and they're like, "I'm gonna rub all over you."
They give me a hug.
They go up to Worf.
Let me smell your neck.
Yeah, dude. I wish it would have been.
Deanna was pissed.
Oh, she was
so mad.
Sense Riker was
she could sense his boner. She didn't have to look. She sensed it.
Well, she didn't have to look hard. They had one pieces on. Yeah, you could probably see a boner from a mile away. Just fucking.
That's why they wore black, because you couldn't see it a mile away. If they were any other color, you would have seen the outline of those bulges.
It would have been Worf. Everybody would have had.
They have redundant organs. They have redundant organs. So you think he has a redundant penis?
Oh wow!
Yeah,
who knows? I know it's spiky.
We'll get to that season 2. We'll get to that season 2. We'll talk about his redundant organs.
But also. So Wesley almost dies in this episode. Another Wesley-centric episode because he fucking always has something going on. But I just want to address one thing about Wesley almost dying. He could have avoided that garden so easily. The run up to the trip and then fall into it.
He literally looked at it as he was running and then turned around, so he knew it was there.
Yeah. You know what made me even more mad? He didn't say sorry for wrecking the garden.
He didn't say sorry. He did not apologize at all.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm just fine.
Not a big deal. They're like, no, dude, you just like fucked up some shit. You see the big fucking barrier?
It really was not a big barrier. It was like It was barely a roadside
that's fair.
Jersey bumper
But still, I think I would have seen that and been like, oh no,
that looks like something I should stay away from.
Exactly.
But at the same time, though, why did those morons not tell them, hey,
yeah, no one says shit.
Make sure you don't do this because our punishment for anything is death.
You get put to death.
Literally on the spot lethal injection.
Yeah, and like doesn't Yar stop him from injecting
Wesley?
Wesley?
Kicks that guy's ass.
just fucking,
you just karate chops him and like judo flips his ass.
Well, I love how
he's like, you've embarrassed us. You've ruined our entire culture by judo flipping me.
He's like, look at the child. He's scared now. I was gonna kill him, and now you've made him scared. Like, what do you mean?
And all those adrenochrome levels are up now.
Yeah, that's probably
how they stay young.
For real. Well, also the other kids were like, "No, dude, like he didn't know. He fucked up." And the guy's like,
"Gotta do it anyways.
It's just my job.
Yeah, just my job. Part of my job is murdering people whenever they do anything minor."
Well, sorry, that episode is just so funny because, like, genuinely, the first time I watched that fucking come out of nowhere. They're like, we're coming to Sex Planet. We're just gonna do like orgy stuff for some reason, and then all of a sudden Wesley's on trial for murder. Like he's gonna be put to death for wrecking a garden.
Yes. Yeah. No trial or nothing. Just immediate death.
Fuck.
Immediate death penalty.
This plays pretty serious.
Another thing of season 1, which I meant to say this on the last. No, it'll come to the next episode. I'm sorry. With the hide and Q, with 2 episodes from now. The planet actually looked good. Yeah. They actually did like on-site location somewhere. It was like in San Francisco somewhere.
Yeah, it was just like nice and grassy.
Yeah. It actually looked good. Because it actually looked like it was an actual populated planet, so they could do something that looked more realistic. There was actually clouds in the sky.
I bet what
got me was
go ahead.
Oh no, you go. No,
I was just making a joke. I was saying I bet you in the '80s, as like a teenager, that was the episode to stay up for.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Justice is on.
Everyone asleep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch Justice.
Hey, you want to share this blanket with me?
Why? You put them on. You put all the episodes on VHS, right? No, just one episode.
Just
Which
Justice.
episode is it? Justice.
It's like the best episode.
Yeah. But he's got like 4 copies because he keeps ruining them.
They're just so worn out.
But so the space station thing, the god Ito, I think it's called.
Yeah, that shit was sick. That was
reused. They reuse it.
Really?
Yeah, they reuse it in a later episode. It has to be. It's definitely post season 3 because they have the collar uniforms on, and it's whenever they lose their memories. And there's that one guy who's a random. He's a random.
He's just in everybody's like memory or whatever.
Well, he just appears out of nowhere. You have no idea who he is. Turns out he's an alien. They put him on the mission to destroy that facility, wherever. It's the same design,
That's sick.
It's the same way. I noticed that earlier.
It's been so long since I've seen all of Next Gen, so I'm sorry if I don't remember.
No, that's totally fine because we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there eventually. But I thought that was kind of neat because it definitely looked cool. How it was that big like saucer with the 2 arms, the one that was cocked at the angle.
It looked sick.
It looked cool, and the fact that it was like phased
Tron.
in and out of. Yeah. I definitely got Tron vibes from it.
Well, you know what I like?
Less lame.
What I thought was really powerful is when they took her up there and she's seen it and instantly collapsed to the ground. Yeah. You're like, oh fuck, dude. They're praying to this thing.
Yeah.
So that shit was sick, and then also the whole like, honestly, it's probably one of the better episodes in my opinion, just because the whole like. Well, fuck, if we don't let him kill Wesley, this motherfucker might just blow us out of the sky.
Yeah, because he was rocking the shit hard.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
He was rocking it hard.
It was crazy.
Just blowing out their eardrums, yelling at them.
Yeah, bro. Like
that was definitely nuts.
Honestly, it's a good episode.
But then Picard just kind of like saves the day with one of his speeches.
Yeah, Picard, that's the thing, though. Picard, he just talks and you'll listen. Like he does have that attribute.
Yeah, but it's funny, I mean, because his season 1 writing isn't that good. Doesn't have as much impact as it does like the drumhead. The drumhead has like the quintessential Picard speech.
Fucking insane.
And it's great, but we don't have that yet.
No.
You really don't see it until Measure of a Man in season 2.
Yeah.
With that, when he's, advocating for Data. That's some great dialogue written for him. But season 1, not so much. You kind of
No, that's Picard's kind of more of a hard ass.
Yeah, I mean they kind of try and make him Kirk-esque with the way Kirk would kind of verbally argue with someone and do like the logical counter arguments.
Bring up some shit.
Yeah, but Picard's more emotionally driven.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
He has way more empathy.
Yeah, way more empathy and his definitely more emotional based with a little bit of logic.
Yeah.
With Kirk's was more logic based, which had a lot of impact because Kirk being the cocky son bitch he is, can think logically and have a thought argument.
No, that
makes
man
sense.
thought strictly with
Yeah.
his penis in his fist.
Unless he needed to when he
unless it came down to it.
Yeah.
But
if he could do it, which is surprising, and I felt they trying to kind of transition that over to Picard, but it doesn't work for Picard's character.
No,
which is why you don't get really good, empathetic, logical, both dialogue and speeches until season 2.
No, I agree.
But it worked though. It worked though.
I think Riker was made solely to like hit that Kirk itch.
Yes, 100%.
And then Picard could be the more like
rounded, by the book,
structural, just like it has to be like this.
English French guy.
Yeah, he's fucking French, but he has an English accent.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah,
I love it.
But I definitely agree with that. But then next episode, the battle.
Great.
Another great Ferengi episode. Even though the motivation of our Ferengi villain didn't really make sense.
No.
Like, obviously,
he killed, like Picard blew up his son,
right? And
they don't consider it like a like that they fired upon them. They consider it like because they even called it the what battle, like
the Battle of Maxia.
Yeah,
they called Picard the hero of Maxia.
Yeah, and he's like, I think the whole inspiration, he's like, this motherfucker killed my son, and he's considered the hero of Maxia.
Yeah, but no one, the only one that called him the hero of Maxia was the Ferengi. Like, I don't think even the Federation considered him
he's
the hero
in the
of Maxia.
textbook. Like, they said that he did a textbook maneuver because when he got him out of
right,
it,
they called him the Picard maneuver, but I don't think he's anywhere that I can remember in the episode where like he is known, as the hero of Maxia to anyone outside of just the Ferengi. They just have, he's the Picard maneuver. He did his little warp jump for 2 seconds,
then
blew that guy out of the water.
I just think by default, if you get a maneuver that gets put in the textbooks of Starfleet, you're essentially a hero.
Yeah, but I don't think no one ever called him that phrase. The Daemon used the hero of Maxia.
But also, Picard goes a little senile in that episode. It's pretty good.
With the weird orb thing.
Yeah, that shit's sick. Like him, like freaking out.
My ear started to bleed at one point when they turned that all the way up.
Oh, it's too much,
dude. They did not mix that sound very well. No, that was hurting my ears. I think the dog perked up.
Dude, I couldn't take it. Well, also though, not to jump too far ahead in it, I just love the whole scene of him trying to control the whole ship on his own. He just thinks his crew. He's like, I guess I'll man it myself. Fucking guys suck. And he's just like about to fire upon the Enterprise.
Yeah. Like, which, I mean, the Stargazer was probably had to be a 30-year-old ship at that point. Yeah. And he even said that the Stargazer was, this little bucket of bullets that was always about to fly apart. So obviously, it's not a very powerful ship. It couldn't have done much to the Enterprise. They put their shields up, like they're not going to be, affected too much.
But they're still gonna have to blow Picard right out of the fucking.
Yeah, they'll just kill Picard for firing on a friendly ship. But of course, in the Stargazer, great design.
Oh, it's such a cool ship.
The Stargazer.
I do love the Stargazer.
Like, and I know. Have you gotten to season 2 of Picard yet?
I watched listen. I kind of watched Picard season 1 all the way through and most of season 2, but it was just kind of like the whole time I watched that show, I just wanted to watch Next Gen. So I never really got too into Picard. I need to watch it again.
Well, the ship he's on when he encounters, spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen it, when they encounter the Borg in that temporal distortion, he's on the Stargazer like A or B or whatever.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
It's a refitted Stargazer because I guess they towed the Stargazer back to the Federation, to wherever closest port or starbase or whatever, and then later on in Picard, I'm pretty sure it's the same space frame, and it's all like decked out now with the new type of new style of Trek, like to be nice, dark and everything. It looks awesome.
Stargazer gets what it needs.
It looks so good. It looks badass. It's awesome. I love that ship. I wish we would have actually seen more of it in season 2. I wish that would have been like the mainstay ship of the season, and we kind of got less time travel, more present on the ship and doing stuff. But it looked great. And but even the old Stargazer with the more of the movie era TOS designs, where we kind of got out of the 60s. Very 60s designs. We got more in the late 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
With, your Miranda
more
class,
modern.
your Enterprise A, those kind of designs. Looks really good.
Yeah, they're sick. By the way, just saying, first of all, the first season, I love all the ships. Like, all the ships, everything. Like, I really don't have any issues with any of the scenes with the ships. Like,
oh, no, they look great. Which, obviously, if we're watching it on, Paramount Plus, they might have been using slightly... remastered footage.
Fix it up some.
Yeah, I'm sure some of the more digitally enhanced. But I feel like I remember watching it back on TV, as a kid, and those models look great.
Yeah, they're still.
I think ELM did the models. I think they did. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I probably am. But whoever did the models for those, I mean, they did a fantastic
They
job.
kick ass.
They did, and even when you get into the DS9 and the Dominion War era, and they do all the kit bashes to get more ships for, or even the Battle of Wolf 359. They do kit bashes. They look great.
I also just love DS9, like that whole space station. It just looks so fucking sick.
Terek Nor,
so bad.
The Cardassian design is so great.
So
very menacing, but super functional. But back to the battle.
I do have one thing to say about the battle. My favorite thing, it's the most Ferengi fucking thing, is that the whole reason they even finally took away their captain and like put him in the brig is because it wasn't profitable.
Yeah, we're just giving a ship away instead of selling it.
This motherfucker didn't sell that.
The possible war crimes aside, no money in it. Idiot.
Yeah, they're like,
court martial.
This man's not after bread. We're court martial.
Yeah,
he's
going to get executed when we get back to Ferenginar.
We're gonna have him get killed by a clothless woman. Because that's the way the Ferengi do it.
And then, so, the Picard maneuver is a 2-second warp jump.
Yeah,
where there's the after
looks
image.
Like he's like phased.
Yeah, and they just come up with a counter for it.
Yeah, right.
Immediately, they're just gonna put him in a tractor beam.
Yeah, something that's in textbooks that no one could ever figure out, like how to like counter, because they
counter it effectively.
Well, they even say, "How do we counter it?" And they're like, "You can't."
Yeah,
but we will.
Figures it out.
But Data's we got the fucking autistic robot. He's got it.
Yeah, the savant's gonna take care of it. The android with Asperger's is gonna figure out how to counteract this 20-year-old maneuver that's no one's been able to counteract yet.
Data's just
like, I don't know, maybe fire at both points. I don't know, like
anything. Like it was a
tractor beam.
It's a great episode, but it's also like.
It wraps up too soon. The problem with season 1, everything kind of wraps up too soon.
Yeah, there's so much build up in season 1.
Yeah,
like almost every one of them's like 30 minutes of build up.
Yeah, it's a 47-minute episode.
Then 10 minutes of like
exactly.
Oh, we're done.
Yeah, it's not enough time. Which they fix that later.
Oh yeah, 100%. The pacing gets a lot better.
I almost want to give credits to the writers because I feel like they had so many ideas, so much they wanted to write, but they were stuck with 47 to 50 minutes of actual
100%
playtime.
Well, and I could never hate season 1. Like people shit on it. But I fucking love season 1. Like it's a rough season.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I wouldn't have got into Star Trek had it not been for that season 1.
Yep.
Like I kept wanting to watch.
And that's funny we say that because we're only 9 episodes in right now.
Yeah.
And we still have
talking for an hour already.
16. We literally have 16 episodes to go, and we're just going on. This is great. So now we're at Hide and Q,
which is one of my favorite fucking episodes.
But it wraps up too soon.
It wraps up way too soon. But it's like, dude, just fucking Q when he dresses up in like that's like Napoleon.
Yeah.
And also
they give him shit too because he's in like the wrong outfit.
Yeah.
He's like, shouldn't he be like a general or whatever? Because he's always a captain.
Yeah.
He was like, just because whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Like,
I just
fuck off, I'm a god.
Well, and it's also because we didn't have the right costume in the prop department.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the explanation.
You know how close I was to wearing a Starfleet dress?
They should have put Q in that.
It would have been so funny.
That'd have been awesome.
It also did. I just fucking love Q. Q is always.
Well, it's all because of John Delancey.
Yeah, he's John
so
Delancey. He's been
his
always
voice,
been one of
his
my
demeanor, his mannerisms.
Picard. He never says it like everyone. Yeah.
Oh, and I know we're gonna get to it later. We're gonna get to it in the season, but the best Q line is, Worf, eat any good books lately?
Yeah, dude, he's
the best Q line. That's the best line.
Fucking cheeky bastard.
He's such a shit talker.
Well, and also, dude,
he'd be great on X.
Oh yeah, dude,
just an actual Q on X, just talking shit.
Yeah,
that'd
dude,
be great. That'd be so.
I would
funny.
love to see that.
Oh my god!
But also,
get John Delancey on that.
What I love though is when like he's dressed as Napoleon. He's like, I got you all your favorite drinks. Worf is such a hard ass, bro. Everyone takes a sip and he just.
Yeah, with the look on his face.
Down, dude. You gotta love Worf.
He's
for
great.
Just never fucking giving in.
Yeah, he wants to beat the hell out of Q so bad.
Yeah, he wants to kill Q and captain a ship, and that's all Worf wants.
And which also the funny thing. This is where I was going with when I got that episode in Lonely Among Us confused was the planet horrible. The green sky.
Oh my god, possibly
Jesus
the worst
Christ,
fucking the
so
most
bad.
Not wanting to look at set besides the one where they go to the planet and fight robots with all the shitty leaves.
Yes, horrible.
Those two, bro, they just live in my mind as just like the worst fucking Star Trek.
It's just a green sky with a because sometimes you couldn't even tell the difference between the sky and the ground.
No, it looked like even TOS never had, to my knowledge, that bad of sets. Like that one was rough.
I feel like TOS tried to use a lot of interior like cave type sets to where you could control.
Yeah.
Get more control, but anything. And there was the one episode where they had those weird jelly looking monsters that would attack to you. They were like in a city somewhere.
Yeah.
And it actually looked good because they were probably using an actual, a real
set.
a real either outside production or an illegitimately established like part of whatever city, San Francisco, wherever the hell they filmed.
No, for real.
But in this one, it's like this green sky looks like lime green shit.
Yeah, it looks
terrible.
horrible.
And like the funny scene to me, I always laugh at when Worf goes to like fight the pigmen.
Yeah,
French guys, which actually they actually just got a regular French guy.
Yeah,
that's what they actually look like apparently. Back in the Napoleonic Wars.
Yeah,
but Worf like kicks 3 of their asses and then just kind of lets the one guy like hit him with the rifle.
Yeah,
and then stabs him in like the gooch. He like stabbed him in his fupa or something like that.
Yeah,
Like, he
dude,
didn't stab him in the stomach. He was like
brutal.
almost above his dick.
Yeah, he was like,
and it did not look good at all.
It looked well. Also,
it was not a killing blow.
There's a scene where Worf, see the phasers work, and Worf comes out. He's like ready to like,
pounces,
and they're like, "Nice, we didn't even see you coming, Worf. Nice job."
Yeah, he just didn't know. Yeah, what if they just accidentally shot Worf as he's coming back from recon?
He doesn't fucking
A warrior
know.
must always be ready, or whatever.
What also I love is they're like, they just got muskets. It's not a big deal. And then the musket
Laser
fires
muskets.
a fucking laser. What? That was so sick.
All the lead ball and gunpowder will be nothing compared to our phasers. Psych.
That shit actually threw me for a loop the second time watching it. I forgot about that watching it again. I was like, oh,
yeah. And then of course we get, it seems like half an hour through the episode, and that's when Riker discovers his powers. He does the lamest like Q swoop thing with his hand. His eyes get all big. They could have just made him do like a little
save
less,
some little girl,
a little less. Yeah, very very weird. And he brings everybody to life. And the one thing that kind of got me, which I thought wasn't interesting, was whenever they're on the ship, they get back and Riker's like, I'll
give you
think
whatever
about
you
this.
want.
I need to think about this.
Yeah.
First he's like, I need to think about this. We'll come back. I want to have a meeting with everybody. And Picard's like, okay, yeah, whenever you're ready, we'll come back and we'll have a meeting. He comes back, he's all smug and shit.
Yeah, he's all like
super smug. Like, but in our time, he's only gone for 5 minutes. God knows how long he spent on the ship. But he's like 5 minutes later, he's all smug, like arms crossed. He's all like, I have powers now.
He probably went into the bathroom and masturbated without hands, and he's like, you know what?
This is great.
I can keep this power. It's
reminds me of Troy. Old times, Troy. And then he comes back and he's just a dick. Yeah, like, there's no development of that.
Yeah, what happened? Why is he a
gone.
dick now?
He's a dick now. Makes
also,
no sense.
Well, also when he gives everybody like what they want. First of all, Wesley, dude's not gonna look like that. We know what Will Wheaton looks like. Will Wheaton looks like he watches Star Trek more than me. You know what I mean? Like Will Wheaton looks fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
And then also, lets Geordi see.
Yeah, which is actually really nice.
Cool.
I thought that was kind of nice. Like
Geordi's
that was
like,
yeah, like because Wesley's thing was he's not an adult. He'll age.
He doesn't want to
stupid.
age. Yeah, and he's not gonna look like that either.
Yeah. He knows that. That's why he was kind of like, I don't want it. He just didn't want to admit it. But Geordi's was great.
Yeah.
Worse.
Yeah,
it gives him the Klingon female, and I actually like because it's oddly uncomfortably erotic.
It's very strange.
They're like, is that what you consider like sex to be? And he's like, yeah, basically. And I'm like, that's kind of cool because then we see that later on.
Yeah, that Worf
with Klingons in general, like they kind of flesh out the Klingon that we see in later TNG and DS9 and what the Klingons, in my opinion, are. That's what a Klingon is.
They have scary, bloody
sex. They're just in part of their culture because we know they're a warring species. We know they like value honor and all that stuff.
Yeah, they want to die by war.
They want to have an honorable death, all that stuff. But then we play into like the one thing, which is the sex, and I think that's kind of an interesting take on how they view sex. They also view it as battle.
Yeah,
that was cool.
What I thought was funny,
he didn't want it.
Yeah, he's like, this pussy has no honor.
Yeah, yeah. But I thought that was kind of a neat take, even though it went nowhere because we had 10 minutes left. And here's what you want. They don't want it. And he like learns something out of that, which it has no impact when it only takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, and he went over the Data too, and he's like, I could, you can be a real boy.
Yeah,
and Data's like,
you call me Dad. I'll make you Pinocchio.
You call me Pet. I'll make you a real boy.
Yep. You'll be a real wiener. Too bad Tasha ain't here for it.
Yeah, dude. She probably was a way bigger fan of the robot wiener.
Oh, well, Tasha was here for it, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's here.
She's there for it.
Yeah, she dies like 23.
I feel like Skin of Evil is sooner for some reason. I don't know why.
I just don't care that much about Tasha. I know there's fans that like draw her and Data banging and shit. They just go crazy, but I really don't care about Tasha.
Yeah.
So Haven
next, yeah, episode 11, Haven.
Which, by the way,
Wyatt's
Lathwana Troy or whatever.
Waxana.
Yeah, how do you say it?
Waxana,
bitch. But I love her.
Well, Majel Barrett Love her to death.
Yeah, she was in the original series.
She was so great. Yep, she was the nurse. I cannot remember her name.
I think she's the voice of the computer a lot of times too.
Well, she is after season 2. Or after this season, because if you notice in every episode, the computer voice is different. There are a couple episodes in season 1 where she is voicing it, but sometimes you get a guy voice, sometimes you get
every now and again,
you get like
no consistency.
No consistency in it. It's like depending on whatever part of the ship you're in, the voice is different. We don't get Loxana in it until after season 1 ends, and I think that's when we get consistent her voice all the time, which is great. I love her as the computer.
Yeah, I love her.
She needs to be the computer voice of every single starship.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Forever. No change, not allowed. We have AI now. Yeah, I know she's passed, but we take all her voice samples from every episode.
Put her in there. Fuck it.
Do it. That is the only acceptable use of AI, is to have the wonderful Majel Barrett be the voice of every single Starfleet computer. And for the rest of Star Trek.
I agree with you 100% on that.
Her voice is fantastic.
Well, and also too, I just love how cocky she is. Like,
she's very full of herself and her Betazoid heritage.
And she can feel everybody, like what they're thinking. They're at dinner. She's like, "Your husband wants to see me naked."
Yeah, your husband.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. And she's just so rude to them, and they're like, and they're like old friends.
Yeah.
Like they were friends of her dead husband.
What the fuck?
Like what?
I think they mentioned like she changed or something.
They said that, but I mean,
she's still a bitch. Like the whole
they said the Wyatt, her Troy's betrothed, fiance. But how did they change? We don't see any of that. So how do we just seem insufferable.
We just know she's kind of a dickhead.
Yeah.
What I like though is the big tall guy,
Mr. Home,
when he's sipping drinks, and Data's like, "You have a human-like features or something."
And he does human in your thing. He's like,
and he goes,
just looks up at it, puts his nose up to it.
Also, that guy was in Twin Peaks.
Yes, he's been a lot of stuff. I think
he
was Lurch in the Addams Family.
Yeah,
he's been a lot of stuff.
But I loved him as I think he's the tall man in Twin Peaks, is what they call him.
Probably.
But either way, I love seeing that guy anytime I see him.
Wyatt is a dork.
Yeah,
he's a nerd.
He's a goon.
He's
been drawing that girl for years,
apparently,
but it turns out it's not Troy.
Three with him at all times.
Those are pretty good ones.
Yeah. He's definitely a nerd, but he's a nice guy. So
yeah, he's funny.
Troy could have done worse.
He talks about his dad practicing naked in the mirror, and he does like that shit was funny, dude. That was great.
And then I don't think they ever explained the dreams and how him and the what are they called, the Terralians?
Yeah, the Terralians.
How they are connected, just not explained.
And they just appear.
They just appear. Which is funny because there's like 5 of them left on the ship,
and he
has no warp drive.
Yeah,
they have a disco ball as sort of engine thing.
Yeah,
so I don't know how that works.
Well, and he's like, I'll risk infectious diseases for.
Yeah, I'll risk space AIDS for this chick I've never met but have seen in my dreams.
I've been gooning for
she looks good
for
you know what I'm saying,
years.
She might have AIDS, but she looked good.
I can't tell you how many pictures I had to throw away.
the ink and pencils were running.
Yeah, all down my hand.
That's definitely a weird episode. It is a good intro for Loxana.
Yeah, she's great,
and you do get some character development her later, and I love like her and Picard's.
Yeah, what she says to Picard before she beams off.
Oh yeah, what she say? She's like, not even so and so had thoughts like that depraved or something.
Yeah, Picard, he's instantly like a prude. He's like,
what? I'm French. I don't think like that. I'm English and French. I don't think
you're
that
French.
way.
You definitely think like that.
Well, his English side, stifles it.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, no, that was definitely great, and that makes me excited for more Loxana episodes later.
Yeah.
And I kind of hate that in DS9 she becomes attracted to Odo, which is weird.
Yeah, dude, fucking Odo. Weird. Yeah, well, I mean, Odo can take the shape of anything, though.
Yeah, he can.
Just saying.
We're raising our eyebrows, folks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked her and Picard, even though you wanted
Beverly
Picard,
and Picard.
Yeah, you wanted Crusher and Picard, but Loxana was such a good foil to him, a polar opposite.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of
nice.
It
makes sense.
And of course you get later on whenever Loxana and Troy and Riker get kidnapped by the Ferengis, and he does his whole speech at the end to bluff the Daemon to get him back, which is great. I know we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's actually a really good Loxana intro. And
I love that episode. Genuinely, I think it's a pretty decent episode.
Betazoids are annoying.
Betazoids
I think that sets up that
really
Betazoids are annoying.
Yeah.
The whole, every time she kept eating, Mr. Home would hit that little gong thing.
Oh my God,
dude. The funniest thing was whenever Troy smacks it off. She yells at everybody and storms off and smacks the shit out of it.
Stop your petty eye.
She hit it hard. Yeah. She definitely hit that thing hard. It wasn't a little love tap. No, she smacked the thing off that pedestal.
And the tall guy's like, What I love is Data's like, please continue the petty arguing. It's intriguing.
It's like Picard's like, Data, you're like a vulture. Like, sit down. He's peering at her body with his yellow dead eyes.
And then the dude meets her, and he's like, well, they decided that we'll be half Betazoid, half like Earth wedding.
Yeah, my dad's still gonna be naked.
Yeah, only dicks will be out.
Yeah,
that's all.
And Loxana.
Yeah,
well,
Loxana will be naked, and flies will be open.
Guess can be clothed.
Yeah, only dicks.
Me and Dad are gonna be naked.
Yeah,
Mom's gonna be fully dressed.
It'd be just like at home. And then what we got, the big goodbye.
God.
By the way, okay, I just want to say something that I was laughing about since fucking Wednesday when I was watching this episode. Is Picard goes and he's like, I'm going to try out the holodeck for once. And he goes in there and he gets kissed by that one chick, right? And he leaves the fucking lipstick on.
Yes.
And in the next scene, he's in the conference room just telling everybody about it.
Yes, he's so excited. He's so giddy.
I was laughing so hard thinking about him being rock hard still, just like trying to tell everybody. And he's like, it was amazing. It was the greatest thing ever.
Well, and sometimes there's continuity errors because I'm like on the technical side of it. Once something leaves the holodeck, it's supposed to disappear. How the lipstick stay on his face?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I guess the holodeck can pick and choose what things it replicates because the replicator or the holodeck is a series of photons and force fields.
Yeah, why is the lipstick
energy
still there?
So I guess you can choose what things like actually become replicated and are like legitimately.
Maybe it's because
solid.
it was smeared on him.
Yeah, and I guess the fear's like, well, we kind of have to make it real, so it replicates the lipstick.
So it doesn't take away his lip when he walks out.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
But then Beverly comes up and like smears it off.
But she like.
Yeah,
good with her hands.
Beverly is all about Picard.
She's like licking her fingers and like rubbing it on his face. Like, God, dang,
she comes at you like a grandma. But what I like though is when he goes in, the lady's like, "What are you, a bellboy?" Like, just already shits on him. So funny. And also, somebody gets for real shot in this episode.
The Earth historian.
Yeah, dude.
The fiction guy. Like, why is he on the ship to begin with?
Why did they fuck this? I love.
But they can't shoot anybody else. He's not a everyone else is the main character.
They couldn't shoot Picard.
Yeah, they could shoot her at Beverly. They got to shoot the guy that's basically a red shirt.
And Data talking like a wise guy.
Oh yeah, boss. Let's go, boss. I'm from South America, boss.
So fucking funny, dude.
God. Yeah, Dr. Wayland.
And the dude,
fucking Earth historian. Why is he on a starship?
And he just has to get fucking shot.
Yes.
Almost died.
I love it.
And then
I'm so glad.
And then also, dude, the coldest line in the entire episode, and he's like, What is Picard? What's the character he's portraying when he goes in?
Dixon Hill.
Yeah, Dixon Hill. He's like, Dixon, will my wife and kids still be at home when I get home? I don't know. And just leaves.
Yeah. I don't care.
That guy's like, fuck.
And this is like the first holodeck episode.
And it's a great one.
I'm the opposite. I think it's a bad one. I think
the
whole Dixon Hill motif is so lame.
Yeah, it's also, why is a French guy obsessed with like San Francisco noir in the 40s?
Yeah, what the
that is true. That's such a product of it being made in the 80s. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's like a throwback to like, dime novels or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
it was almost like Casablanca-esque too with
Yeah. But I just like it seeing like it's just funny seeing a more whimsical episode like Data saying voices
when Brent Spiner gets to kind of flex his acting wings,
Anytime I get to see Data do like try and be something he's not. Those
try
are
and be
human,
episodes. Ironically.
Yeah, I just love it.
As a human himself, Prince Fire is an actual human.
And also Beverly looked pretty sick in it too. Her outfit was dope.
Yeah,
they came through.
Yeah, the costumes.
She had like the fucking. I thought the costumes were pretty good.
I think
that's my thing.
They were era accurate. I think I would say for the 1940s noir, everyone with the fedoras, Panama hats,
and the building was dirty. It wasn't like clean.
Yeah, like there's an outside scene like for outside his office. And there's a cleaning lady cleaning. And there's this big black looked like someone just threw sewage on the side of the wall.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
She's cleaning the floor. Like, bitch, clean the wall.
Yeah, look at this.
There's feces on the wall. What are you doing?
Well, also the newspaper stand guy. I can't remember what he's been in, but he's been in so many things. Yes. When I seen him, I instantly got nostalgic. Yeah, like, I love that fucking guy.
Yeah, definitely in everything back.
I know he was in an X-Files episode where the fucking invisible elephants are running through the town and he gets fucking wrecked. Yeah. Or he sees it happen.
And another one. Episode where the ending doesn't really make sense, where they get scanned by the Garou, whatever the lizard species is. That Picard has to do the exact pronunciation.
Yeah, when he comes back and talks, that shit was so funny.
I was thinking Klingon, but he's just in his suit, But like the solution, Wesley comes up with it.
Yeah,
another Wesley saves the
savior of all of us.
Not the tenure trained engineers.
Yeah.
They're just like gonna reset the holodeck.
Yeah.
But like we're afraid if we do it, we might lose everyone. How?
Yeah.
How is that
How
going
are
to
they
happen?
gonna
If
get
it's
lost?
photons and force fields, the two bad guys like walk out and they disappear.
Yeah, they just
So if
instantly.
they reset, how are you going to lose physical flesh and blood people?
No, that
It
made
didn't
no
really make
sense to me.
sense.
No,
I
I did
they-
like seeing the bad guys dissipate.
Yeah,
though.
that was kind of nice. That was a good
Fuck
effect,
them.
good practical effect. But at the same time, it's like they have to put a little bit of drama in there, I guess. They have
Yeah,
to
it has to
some stakes
carry
to
it
it. They can't just be
longer.
like reset, hit the reset button.
Yeah,
Why didn't anyone do this 30 minutes ago?
exactly.
Whatever. They had to make some drama to it. I get it, but it didn't make sense.
I think the first season is like under the category of that could have been an email. You know what I mean?
That could have been a sticky note. Some of these things. Good lord. Oh man.
What we got next? Delta of Data Lore.
Data lore.
Fucking
episode.
amazing.
Great
episode.
episode.
I've never seen barrels fly any farther than that fight scene.
Yeah, full barrels. They're full of
Yeah.
supplies and deuterium and stuff, and they just go flying.
Yeah. And Data couldn't get a Chinese finger trap.
Yeah,
off
but he
his
can lift that
fucking-
barrel that probably weighs like 150 pounds.
He lifted Lore.
Yeah, he lifted lore. And I know, like I said before, about how sometimes the doubles weren't very good. When they're fighting, the doubles actually look really good. They're
Yeah,
very convincing.
Except
that
for
it's two,
when Data's on the floor and Laura goes to talk to him, it looks like a man.
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely a mannequin. Or
That's the only part. Though.
And they just couldn't get his hair right. They just could not get the doubles hair right.
No.
Or they do like the split screen thing when Data and Laura are walking down the hallway.
Yeah.
That looked really good. They're talking to each other. That was really good.
No, that shit was sick.
And then you get to see Data, or you get to see Brent Spiner kind of, you spread his acting wings and how Data and
Be
Lore
Lore.
are very different.
I love like
and-
what a dick Lore is.
Yeah, he's an ass.
Dude, Lore is just the worst.
I mean, he literally got all the people on Omicron Theta killed. I think that's the planet's name.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he literally got them all killed.
Great episode.
Yeah.
The introduction to Lore is just a great thing that they're like, yeah, we're bringing this back.
Yeah.
We're doing
Oh,
this
yeah.
again.
Which, even though the sad part is, I think the last Lore episode is so bad with
Yeah.
the Borg, and that's a horrible episode in my opinion. But
I agree with you on
it's,
that.
4 or 5 episodes from now, so
But still,
from our episodes at least. But and it's kind of lame how no one notices except
Wesley.
Except
Wesley's
Wesley.
always
Wesley.
saving the fucking day, dude.
every day,
Will
every time.
we-
That's two episodes in a row.
Yeah, dude, that's what makes me mad. I'm telling you, this whole season was like Wesley being like, "You believe adults?
Yeah.
Parents just don't understand
Yeah.
kids." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And no one gets it. And Wesley gets up to say something, speaks out of turn apparently, which it seems like everyone speaks out of turn.
Yeah.
All the time. But he gets yelled at.
I would have been
Everybody's
taken seriously if I was an adult.
Yeah, even though everyone else notices whenever Data doesn't understand, the make it so
Yeah,
command, or he's twitching and
Yeah.
he's
using
oddly different
other words.
Yeah,
Like
he doesn't use contractions.
Yeah,
he
he doesn't use
maintains
contractions.
that. He has that. I think he does the one tick thing.
Yeah, he has the eyes.
He's like, oh, I'm trying to.
I'm trying to imitate Lore.
He's like,
Wesley's
Car's like, no, don't. Whoever is it.
yeah, Wesley's
Car-
like, I don't think
maybe
you should ever
shouldn't,
imitate
because
him.
He looks that's kind of fucking crazy.
That dude's
Maybe
a
you shouldn't
dick.
do that. And he's weird. And
Also, I
might
love.
stab me in the neck.
Well, what about how many times Lore stomps Data's fucking head?
Oh my
after
God.
He's just like,
Dude, it just
This
curb
is
stomps
nuts.
him 4 times.
that shit made me
Jesus.
laugh so hard. I was like, take it easy. That's your brother.
That was awful.
It's like that video of the alligator ripping the other alligator's arm off. He's like, that's your fucking brother. What have you done?
Oh man.
And then also, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Data has a just button that turns him off. We find out his back. He
Yeah.
just has like a
Yeah, which gets used way too many times throughout the show.
bro. That's just such
You
a
know?
plot. I was like,
It's plot
he has a
the
button.
reverse plot armor. You
Yeah,
know,
dude. I'm like, does he charge then if he has a button that just turns him off?
yeah. Why does he need an off switch for?
Yeah, that honestly
Yeah.
the button pissed me off. But I love the Data Lore fight. The fucking barrels fly. That's all I've got to say.
Lore roofies Data.
Lore
He
roofies
roofies
Data.
Data.
He fucking roofies his own brother.
Yeah.
If there wouldn't have been a bunch of people there, he would have robot sexed him.
They were. Yeah, I guess the Omicron Theta was like the Alabama of
Which would
of
make
the galaxy.
it would make sense though because Lore loves himself. He'd be banging the only thing that looked like him, which is
for
his
sure.
brother.
Yep, 100%.
Robot incest,
We got Angel 1 next.
which is another
Paradise.
Yeah,
The planet that's better than Ryza, in my opinion.
yeah, dude. It's pretty much a snoo planet.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, and what pissed me off though was this is the Federation Starfleet. They're supposed to be enlightened, all that nonsense. Everyone thinks everybody's equal and everything, and then
Yeah.
they go meet what is her name?
Oh, bro.
Pieta,
Yeah.
the first one or the enlightened one or whatever the hell she's called,
Nope.
and she's talking mostly to Troy and Yar,
Yeah.
and Riker's like fuming.
Yeah,
you can
he's
see his
pissed.
face. He's like mad that he's not in control. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude,
I'm a man.
Yeah, you're enlightened, you idiot. Like, why are you getting mad for?
Equal.
Yeah, like what are you getting mad for? That kind of threw me off because that goes against, the whole what Gene wanted with everyone's in utopia, so that he would understand them from the get go, which he didn't. And
everybody's
I was like,
equal.
I mean, come on, dude. Like you deal with first contacts all the time.
Yeah.
And
why is this one so weird?
Yeah, why are you so mad? Especially since you get to nail the
I was about to say, Riker had no complaints when he was like about to get be banging, and the other two are out there looking for those people that have their settlement and shit.
Exactly. And they were making fun of him for wearing the man outfit.
That outfit was funny though.
Dude,
Riker come out and he's all like
nipple exposed and everything. Like he because everybody else in the background, like all the people that live there, there's like nice cut right in the middle of the beat.
Riker's
his was left leaning, just all tit out, nipple.
Yeah, bro. Looked like he was in Poison. Oh man! But also Trent,
Clay Aiken. It was Clay Aiken. That's what he looked like.
And Trent almost killed the whole fucking group. He was all about that cube at the end, or that fucking.
Well, and that's because Trent was mad because he wanted to smash.
Yeah, well, he came in. He was like trying to get in on it. Yeah. She was like, "That's enough, Trent." Yeah. And he's like,
"Go away, Trent. You're 5'2".
He's like, "There's a perfectly good chair in front of this bed. I could sit there."
Sit there and watch. Maybe join. See who finishes first.
I called this one of my notes. Riker goes to Pussy Planet.
Mine was local customs equals free hookup.
Yeah, dude.
And of course, the most obvious thing in the whole episode was Ramsey banging one of the other council
obviously
people.
She's banging the girl in the purple.
Knew it was gonna be that. I haven't seen that episode in a long time, but I immediately knew he's banging one of the ones on the.
What about when they get caught and they're like, "We're gonna put him to death," and Picard's like, "Let me get you out of here," and he goes, "No."
Yeah,
I feel like all the other people are like, "Whoa,
hey, now
he said he would help.
Don't speak for us. Don't speak for all of us here, there, Riker.
No, we'll just fucking die tomorrow. We're not worried about it, Picard."
And all they do is they just get exiled to some random island where they could just have free,
she's like, I'm gonna put you at a shitty place that's full of diseases.
Well, it's probably not. I'm sure it's gonna be a shitty island that's actually paradise compared for the rest of the planet.
That's facts.
Angel One was a beautiful planet, so I doubt there's any sort of bad.
That is true.
They just get him going to free sex island essentially.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then others are gonna join them because they there's others in our society that want to have equality or whatever, to where everyone's equal or whatever, and they're just gonna get extra people to come,
You just go
do stuff,
start up their own shit, and then soon there'll be a war.
Of course, yeah. Prime Directive.
But I do love that.
Wins again.
All the women in that planet do look masculine. Like they look like pretty fucking they're all tall.
Yeah, like the guards in the gray.
The guards are badass.
Well, I think they're just wearing pads.
Either way,
I think they just got padded shoulders, but they're tall.
They are and how sharp their angles are in their faces.
And they get extras that are all guys that are short too.
They did that planet right. I think they really cast the whole people right, really feminine men and the very masculine women, and then it just looked cool. It was a really sick.
At the same time, though, is that but the women still looked feminine to some point. They were all beautiful.
Yeah.
All beautiful women,
but they looked strong.
They looked strong. They looked tough. And the guys were all just jacked.
Yeah.
Trent was cut.
Yeah, they're cut.
Trent was shredded.
But they're little fucking 5'8" guys.
Little homunculi.
They look like that dude that bakes on TikTok, that bakes old recipes. They all look like him. Nothing against that guy. I actually love his videos. He's a little thin though. He's not ripped. But that's who it reminded me of. I feel like he's about to make a fucking Sprite cake.
And the crazy part is the guys they don't have to do anything. They really don't. They don't want to.
No.
The women do everything. When it's time for sexy time.
Yeah. Get your chair, Trent. Go get your fucking chair and bring it in here. Also, though, I like that Data's picking up perfume and he's all.
He doesn't know what perfume is.
You don't know what fucking perfume is. None of these chicks wear perfume.
Yeah, the Enterprise. Yeah, no one wears perfume. Everyone just smells like sonic showers. Apparently.
Will you say Troy's mom's name again?
Well, it's an L. Waxana. You gotta add a little bit of that L in there.
Waxana.
You know she smelled.
She knows she wore perfume.
Know she wore.
I'm pretty sure she put perfume.
She might have been Persian.
Episode. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. She wore her dress had no back.
Yeah.
There was almost ass crack showing. You tell me she wasn't wearing perfume?
Yes, exactly. So it made no sense to me.
What?
But I mean, you got to make Data,
Yeah, Data's got to have the curiosity of a child. But perfume.
Yeah.
It'd be like if Data picked up a fork, what is this?
I've seen kids drink perfume. I mean, he would have known what it is.
I still do. Just kidding.
Oh man,
But
there's not much to that episode though. It really isn't.
It's a good one though.
It's good. It's just a chance for Riker to stretch his legs. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a one-off.
Really
and
get his hips going.
Yeah, and you get to see Riker really embrace the Kirk.
I think that's the first time. Yeah, I think that's the first time in the series that Riker gets to put some moves on somebody.
Yeah, and it went for that scene was long.
It was.
That scene was way too long. It was
almost uncomfortable.
No, I was watching that at work, and people were walking by, and I was like, I watched Justice at home. There's no chance I was watching that one. No. But we got the next episode, 1100100001.
Yep. Which I had to look this up because I wanted to know what that was in binary, and that's just the combination of the 4 binars that are on the Enterprise. That's just their designations put together.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought it was going to be like. I thought it was going to say like.
I didn't even think
Wiener.
that far into it.
I thought it was going to say like Wiener or something in binary, which is hilarious.
Earl Grey.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of neat.
What are their names? The
binars.
Yeah, the binars. I like the binars.
They look so neat
funny.
Little folks. I like them.
I love how they're sitting there like on the computer and they keep looking at each other. All, and also, they go into the holodeck, right? And Riker's like, "Give me another chick," and he picks the manliest looking chick out of the 3.
Dude, to me though, like I thought she could have been Janeway's sister.
No, for real, she looked a lot like her.
Why cannot Kate Mulgrew?
Yeah,
she looked a lot like definitely like they could have been sisters.
I do love that he plays. Yeah, Minuet. He plays trombone up there, and he's like, "Must like my playing." And he went, "Don't quit your day job." Ain't nothing to it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Then and of course, I wonder if I feel like I read this somewhere too that I think Frakes actually knew trombone. Like that was one of his things he knew.
Yeah, I think he actually knows how to play.
Really good.
No, it was sick.
I really like. I like episodes where he gets to do his music stuff. I love those episodes.
No, it's sick.
I love jazz and all that stuff too. So,
but I think that's a good episode too.
And this was like the start of like let me abuse the holodeck.
Yeah, before Barclay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and no one thought to do this before. Like, you think like fluids, get sucked back into the.
Yeah, I think they materialize those fluids because there's no chance those holodecks aren't just like 50% fleshlight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
sure. You know what I mean?
That's Wesley's job is cleaning out the holodeck every week.
I would just like to see what it looks like if they turn it off midway and it's just some dude like.
Just falls forward, falls on his face, and breaks his dick.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh man.
Get that image of Picard back for me.
Yeah. And this was a plot episode. This was an episode with a plot that didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Also, almost more cuckage. She wants Picard to stay.
Yeah.
And talk to.
She wanted. Well, I mean, Picard's French. They were in New Orleans. A little French. She wanted a little French Eiffel Tower action.
Yeah, I see you already sitting in the chair.
The Binars wanted to take the Enterprise to use the computer to like back up
their
system,
that essentially the what's that called? The Carrington event doesn't take out everything. And
the EMP from the solar flare. Yeah. Well, it doesn't make sense though. It's like you're an advanced species where you cannot live without your computers, but you don't
you couldn't make a ship to fly out a little bit,
or you didn't have EMP protection on all your main computers. Like you didn't have integrated circuits.
How strong was it?
It doesn't make any sense to me.
I love their reasoning though.
Plot device.
Why didn't you just ask us? We thought you might say no.
You might say no. And we are logical. We're worse than Vulcans, apparently.
Yeah, we do before we ask. We ask for forgiveness, not permission. Essentially. But I think that's a good episode. My one complaint though is I get that they were stuck in the holodeck. How the fuck they get all the way to that place and not realize Riker and Picard's not with them?
Well, no, because remember they needed someone to transmit their code, their stuff back to the ship.
Yeah.
So I guess they needed. I don't know why they didn't think they need data on the ship.
Yeah.
But they just had the first and second in command. Captain and commander.
That makes sense.
I guess in case they needed any sort of encryption, they had the top level clearance to do whatever.
Yeah.
Which I mean, what if they had not figured out the passcode to the encryption or whatever was the Binars' names? And
yeah.
Like, how did they know the Binars' names? They weren't fucking name tags.
They were looking at like those fucking. They were looking at their computer trying to decipher it, weren't they? Is that how they figured it out?
Yeah, they're trying to like, wow, we got all this data. The whole computer storage is taken up.
Still weird.
All of our hard drives are full. They're spinning like crazy. You can hear them from the bridge. Like they're killing us here with all this stuff.
Let's be real. Season 1 is plot hole this season. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
so many
yeah,
like
it
just
doesn't really make
how'd that
sense
work?
from a logical standpoint, but I mean they're good though. I mean that was it was a good episode. I definitely like the
I like
episode.
the how to say it again?
Binars.
Binars.
Binars, yeah.
They're fucking hilarious.
Which and of course they spelled binar with a Y and not an I because binary is BINARY, but they put a Y in there.
Yeah,
instead of
because
the
they
I.
are, which is
Just
a
for
cool
an alien,
race if
you
they're
know.
obsessed with like binary code. Like that
Yeah,
shit's pretty cool.
Yeah, they communicate with zeros and ones. Oh, that's pretty neat.
Then
but,
we got Too Short a Season.
This episode,
It's a rough makeup job for the dude.
yeah,
what's his
for
name?
Jameson, Admiral Jameson. But at the same time, it's like it's just the plot makes no sense because why did the guy even need Carnus? Why did he even need actual hostages? He could have just said, "Hey, I got hostages." And he just made everything up because he definitely made up the fact that it was some
other dude
coup or whatever. Yeah, like had hostages. He could have just made the hostages up too. Why do you have to take actual hostages? You know what I
for
mean?
real.
That was
and
dumb.
also, that episode was sad needlessly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, well, honey, I'm young now.
I'm young now and I'm also dying still.
Well, then he's like, I got some for both of us, and she like looks at him, and he's like, I drank both.
Yeah, I'll get more.
I'll get more.
You could have not done that.
Yeah.
Because he was already getting younger regardless.
She's like, you didn't even ask me, and he's like, look,
Well, you're a woman.
have you seen me do a push up now?
Yeah.
I can do push ups now.
And you're old still.
Yeah, you're still old.
Yeah,
that episode's kind of a throwaway in my opinion.
Yeah, very throwaway episode. The hostage thing made no sense.
It makes me sad for no reason.
Yeah, at the end when he's like dying, and the
Yeah.
Carnus guy just cannot believe that the technology exists in space travel world that he can get younger. He just didn't believe it.
Well, that also like, dude, just the woman. She's like, we finally had time now to like do stuff, and he's like, just dies.
Croaks. Yeah, and
Fuck
then
that
the Carnus
episode.
guy's gonna like shoot him with the phaser, and then immediately changes his mind.
Yeah,
Way,
like,
way to turn on a dime. You were like so bent
I'd
on
rather
revenge.
watch you suffer.
Yeah, even though he suffers for 3 more seconds than dies.
Yeah, like
Very weird episode.
what'd you gain?
Yeah, gained nothing out of it other than like bad relationships with the Federation now because he took hostages just for some revenge.
Yeah, honestly, out of the whole season, Too Short a Season and Code of Honor, least favorite
Least
episodes.
favorites,
I think.
yeah. I think Too Short is probably was on the weaker side of it.
Sorry, you want to keep?
No, go ahead. No.
I was just going to talk about the next one, but I didn't know if you want to keep talking.
Oh
about this
yeah,
one.
I was just say still for me the Naked Now weak because it's a throwback.
Yeah,
and it's just. I should have said this before, but it seemed like no one that was in the show actually had ever been drunk before.
yeah. Everybody,
I know we're going
everybody
backwards
sucked
here,
at
but
being drunk.
They were not going to be drunk. They should have actually let them get
Especially Wesley.
drunk. But
He wouldn't have had
but
a
yeah.
clue anyway.
But yeah, I would definitely put Too Short season near the bottom tier.
Same.
So then we got When the Bow Breaks.
Yeah,
episode
which
17.
I like that episode.
The
It's
Aldeans, yeah.
Yeah, another Wesley. Fucking
Well,
Wesley's like he's the center.
Yeah, and all he did though was like do the whole Gandhi passive
I'm not
resistance
eating.
or whatever. Yeah, we're not gonna eat. We're not gonna do what you want to do.
Yeah,
Mostly all the actual work to get them off the planet was done by the actual Starfleet officers who were trained to do that kind of stuff.
yeah, and also it was cool how strong they were. The Aldeans.
The technology they had.
You
with
fucking just sent them out 3 days.
Yeah, they had to take 3 days to get back at maximum warp. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Insane.
But like they had no idea how to use their technology.
Yeah, and the radiation was wrecking their balls.
Dude, I don't understand that. I didn't understand how, if they have this advanced technology, they probably said something in the episode, but I probably just glazed over it.
Yeah,
Because the custodian meets their whole needs. Why is the custodian not also monitoring things like atmospheric conditions?
what's your
their
sperm
health?
count?
Yeah, like what the hell is the thing doing? And it's kind of ruining them. So like what moron didn't program that into the custodian to like also monitor the people's health and the health of the planet that they're living on?
No, I agree.
Why did it take Crusher 20 minutes to figure out? Oh, they got
Yeah,
radiation
also
poisoning. They have no
Crusher-
ose layer, so
Crusher every
their-
5
their
minutes.
Ovaries and testicles are just fried with
Yeah.
UV radiation.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Also, the guy should have way more high pitched voices then.
Yeah. Well, and then I'm like, you meet what? There's the blonde girl, the hot girl who was the
Yeah.
last child to be born. Don't remember her name.
Rustella,
Yeah, Rostella.
and then the other guy's name was Radu or something like that.
Radu, yeah, Radu, his wife. So that's 3 right there. Then you have
Yeah.
the old musician guy,
Yeah,
who plays the Simon Says board game.
yeah.
He plays that, and then you have the two other guys, two other parents
That are like want the kid to
one-
be an artist.
Yeah, and the one guy was in. I feel like he was in Tears for Fears or something. He had that Jerry
Yeah,
Curl looking
dude.
thing. He looked so bad. But it's like, is that all the Aldans left? Is there just those 6
Yeah,
people?
it made
or
no sense. We
were
took
there
all the
a couple
children.
hundred? Well, they took 7 kids. There's definitely more than 7 kids on the Enterprise.
Yeah,
They
for
just
real.
took the not dumb ones or something.
Yeah, they took like the smartest ones.
We took the smartest ones. No physical disabilities. If the guy's in a wheelchair, nope, can't have him.
I also love how they're like, it's not a big deal. Like it's just like
Yeah,
keep
like-
talking to the
yeah,
like
like-
uncompromising.
Yeah, and that makes no sense. Like they obviously are a culture that has had kids, has experienced.
And know how important.
Yeah, like they were kids at one point. So they know their relation with their parents. So how do they just forget that?
Yeah, dude.
like that's so important. I mean,
and Adu, what? How do you say his name? Radu. What a
fucking
dick.
Ragu.
What a dick. The whole episode, he's like, "No, we're not.
Ragu.
That's out of the question."
Yeah.
Knocks
Like
him out
they
of the
could have
fucking
just said,
sky.
like, well, look, you can't have our kids, but we can be a liaison with the Federation. We can, obviously your plan's advanced. Anyone that, like, I'm sure there are people that are interested in the myth of Aldea that would want to come here and
Yeah.
have viable reproductive organs that can help. They can, we'll study you from an anthropological standpoint, technology standpoint. We went from that, and then you get to be with people that can have kids,
No, for real.
and they can make kids with you. So your Aldean genes, even though they look like regular humans, can pass on. So you don't really dilute your species. You maintain your species because they just got human kids.
Well, I mean, honestly, they could have just sent Riker over. Well, let's send the pregnant. He's gonna get all y'all pregnant.
Crusher will inoculate you guys to get your shit back, and then Riker will just knock y'all up.
Yeah.
He's got enough juice for everybody.
No big deal.
Very, very another weirdly written story that
I liked.
I liked, but didn't make any real
Yeah.
sense. Didn't make no logical sense from the standpoint.
And another too much Wesley episode.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
Yeah,
Wesley's not that bad. I just like hating on him, honestly.
it's fun. It's like hating Coldplay.
Yeah. Or Meg.
Get you a divorce. What
Nickelback.
was that just like 6 Aldeans left? I don't know why they called it a custodian. He's not cleaning anything up.
Yeah,
You know,
bro. Like they're like get to the janitor's closet. They open up his circuit board.
Yeah, we're gonna test out the janitor here. All the technology that they could get the planetary shield. They had the teleportation that was even faster than
They had dope
Starfleet's,
shit. Like
and they could not tell they were getting they were just getting baked by the sun
yeah,
like crazy.
not a pregnancy test anywhere.
That moves us on to what, home soil?
Yep. Trying to terraform that planet, and they got the crystalline entities or whatever.
They have those little micro brains,
Yeah,
little
like
silicon,
yeah.
little cadmium things, and the electrostatic.
Yeah, they
water
combine to make
supply,
like a bigger brain.
Yeah, and
Also-
Starfleet's not good at their job when it comes to looking for life on a planet.
Yeah, bro. And the dude, Millennium, I don't know. The dude screaming in the hydraulic station when all the shit goes
The
haywire.
laser and stuff.
Terrible screams. Like that guy got fucking ruined. All he's
Yeah, but then you look at his body and he looks kind of
It's
fine.
totally fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got hit with a high-powered
But
laser.
bro, when you're watching that and you start hearing all the booms and the screams, you're
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck's
yeah, the
happening?"
guy's
to that?
bloody murder.
Yeah, dude.
His body looks fine at the end of it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
and then Data fighting lasers. That's pretty cool.
dodging it.
I had no choice.
I had no choice but to rip it from its. You could have just stood underneath it.
Yeah.
It was on a relatively stable, rigid arm. You could have just stood right underneath.
Could have
the
just
damn
like
thing.
walked around.
Yeah. 6 months of work.
Yeah.
It just ruins it.
It's like once again pulls that out of the
Oh my
fucking
God.
ceiling and couldn't get a Chinese finger trap off of his finger. What the fuck?
Oh, man. Dude, and like the whole thing about it, and it ended too quickly. It becomes the little micro brain thing, and they
Which is
just
sick.
realize it definitely looked cool. They realize it needs light
Yeah.
to photosynthesize and whatever
Wants to
sort
go
of
back to like the wet
organic
sand
way.
or some
Yeah,
shit.
like the wet sand where it has. I don't know how light plays in that because of that thin layer of wet sand is underneath the surface.
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
don't understand how that worked, but
Still cool.
you still cool. Still a neat idea. I like the whole inorganic. It's not even silicon based. I don't think
Yeah.
it's just
Just like a weird
It's a
like
computer.
quartz fucking thing that
Yeah.
has a computer in
yeah.
it.
I mean, there's not really much state of this episode other than that. Even like the terraforming people were not even. There weren't even.
They
a
weren't
bad
that
guy.
interesting.
Yeah, they weren't that interesting.
Really, just an
Riker-
uninteresting episode with a
Ooh,
dope.
No, Riker wanted to smash the terraforming chick.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
he walked into her quarters and she was crying. He was like, he gets all up on her.
Yeah,
Like he's like damn near smelling her neck. Are you all right? Or you know anything about this? You want to have sex later?
kind of hate that this is a one piece.
Yeah.
Wish you could just take my pants off.
Yeah, it was very awkward with that, but I mean that's all I've got for that. And now,
No, honestly,
now we've got coming of age.
which I love this episode.
Yes,
it was one of my favorites actually.
yes, for me, it's very much a setup for couple episodes from now
Yeah.
Because we have the Admiral and whose name I cannot remember, and then Commander Remick.
It's Remick and then Admiral Quinn.
Quinn, yes, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Yeah, bro.
They're Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Yeah, bro.
Essentially.
Well, also, who's the blue guy with the? He's always vaping.
Mordock.
Yeah, Mordock. He just had like
Modok
a constant. I guess they got.
Yeah, benzoites. They have to have that as part because they can't breathe our atmosphere. They have to have like I guess a little bit of their. I think it's methane, maybe.
It just made me laugh thinking that they're they're so addicted to nicotine and vapes that they have to have a mod on at all times.
Yeah, it's just attached to their chest.
It's appleberry ice. You know.
Oh, dude, yeah, I love. Yeah, Mordock's great.
Yeah, Mordock.
But benzites are so lame.
They're
such dorks.
fucking awesome.
They're just dorks.
I always. It's funny.
They're like
I always
blurs.
like.
I just consider them blurs.
Well, and who are the ones with the fucking the
antennas?
Yeah,
the Andorians.
Yeah, the Andorians. I always like the weird ones that are like, who the fuck likes that guy?
Yeah,
you know, like Ferengis, Mordock, Andorians.
Yeah, benzites.
Yeah, benzites.
Yeah, that was a good. And
benzite peroxides.
The one girl liked Wesley. She thought it was cute.
Oh yeah, she was into
Wesley
him.
Could have smashed, and he didn't because he's
also,
a loser.
Wesley telling that guy, "You want this to get violent?"
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Come on, Wesley.
Well, you're not kicking no one's
ass. That guy could have crumpled you up and put you in his wallet.
Folded him in like a piece of paper.
Yeah, I noticed his web fingers and how he stunk. So I was mean to him.
He's a whatever this species is. They don't like politeness. They think it's lame.
He's Russian.
Yeah. Russian. Hey, if you're close to Chernobyl, you probably do have web feet.
Facts.
Facts. And the whole Starfleet testing, it annoys me because Starfleet, there are probably hundreds of thousands of people in Starfleet, but they have a test.
So focused on those
four people. They pick one.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are you getting all these people from then?
Yeah.
Like, if
how
you're
many
only taking
tests? That test has to come every week.
Yeah, you have to, on multiple planets.
Yeah.
But like, if they're all that talented, why are you not taking all four?
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't understand. I'm like, what are the How did Riker? And even Picard's like, I failed the first time.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, that.
It must be just be a plot device.
Yeah, it has to be.
But
and also Picard wears a ceremonial dress at the end.
Oh yeah, the dress robes are so bad.
Yeah,
they get better every season.
I like them better than the one piece suit though.
Yeah,
I will say that.
Yeah, just like the gold the gold trim looks shitty. It looks like it's like it came off someone's shoes or shoelaces or something.
It looks like a fucking anime cosplay.
Yeah,
it looks strange.
It's really bad. That the dress uniforms and the Admiral uniforms get better every season.
Yeah.
Until they finally get to where we're at in Insurrection and First Contact.
Great movies.
A pinnacle of Starfleet uniforms, both for regular personnel, admirals, and then dress uniforms.
Yeah, it's almost like a mixture. So the ones in those movies, the other one remind me of DS9.
Yeah. Once they go from the Voyager and the jumpsuit looking things, the work. Yeah, they go to the full black and the gray at the top with the trim is
with just a little bit of the color.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, definitely the best uniforms. And in this episode, you see Picard in that basically
the dress.
The Admiral Quinn's got his jumpsuit on with a little bit of the gold trim.
It reminded me of that thing from fucking the Clone Wars animated series that had 4 arms that had
Grievous.
I don't know, not Grievous. It's like a bald chick, like a bald tall alien that has a dress on. Sorry, probably even shouldn't bring that up because I can't even think of the reference, but I see it in my head every time I see Picard.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was what was this coming of age, right?
Yeah. Also, Remick is a fucking dick.
He's a dick.
I hate Remick,
and I really hate that thing because you see that in other times of Star Trek when in either this series or you don't see it so much in Voyager because they're out in the Delta Quadrant, so you don't have that sort of interference from command. But on in DS9 where Sloan comes in, he's part of Section 31, but he's investigating people and it's why are you doing that to your own people? You know what I mean? That's very not what, Gene's vision was. I'm not sure. If you're going to investigate your own people, you're going to do it right. You're going to be fair and just. And obviously, I'm sure there's ways to tell if someone's lying. You just get an actual Betazoid. You're lying.
Yeah,
hey, we know you're lying.
Well,
you might as well come clean because we know you're lying. We don't have to torture you. Because we know you're already lying.
It's like you said before, the times we could have used a Betazoid or an empath are always...
Not, Troy's gone. Troy's on vacation.
She's chilling.
She's in the holodeck.
But I do like...
Hollow Riker.
Yeah, dude. Just in there getting it on. Yeah. But it made me laugh how he was like, well, after my 6 months are done, I love to serve on this ship. fuck you, Remy.
Yeah, no,
you're not
everybody
coming
hates
back.
you. Everyone hates you.
Who's gonna
idiot.
work with you? Data didn't like you.
Yeah. The Asperger's guy didn't like you. You're fucked.
Yeah, bro.
And of course, the thing I liked about this episode though was that they mentioned like there's a sickness in the Federation, or they mentioned something like that.
Yeah, he goes. I've been in politics too long. I see conspiracies everywhere.
Conspiracies everywhere, and then he wanted to move Picard off the ship, move him to Starfleet headquarters to be the commandant of the academy.
He got a fucking worm in his neck.
Move. Yeah, literally, or a fucking beetle thing, or whatever. Some really bad stop motion.
Really sick.
But yeah, I like this episode, especially in retrospect and hindsight. You get to see that it sets up conspiracy about 3 or 4 episodes later.
It's also one of the only episodes that doesn't feel like all build up and then it just ends. It actually has I feel like
it's very steady.
Just goes straight forward and then boom.
Yeah, I mean, well, it feels like it's
two different stories.
Not it's here and then it goes up and then down. It's more like a steady incline up, and then of course it concludes like it should.
Yeah.
But it's not super sudden, and then you're back down.
And also it has
steady up.
The scene I was talking about at the beginning where Wesley's like leaned up against the wall with his cell phone.
Yeah.
He's all
he's testing.
"Get out of here, Worf! I'm looking at TikToks.
Yeah.
I'm depressed."
Yeah. And Worf gives him some sort of like encouragement in like only way a Klingon can.
Yeah.
But it must have been lame because I don't remember what he told him.
You know what helped me, Wesley? Killing people. Just slaughtering.
One of my calisthenics programs in the holodeck that I'll do later.
Did I mention my penis is spiky?
You might that might be part of your psychology, your psychological test later. Yeah, the guy he was saving from that cryo thing had a spiked penis.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh man,
put that thing away.
Yeah,
it's gonna freeze off.
I can't even grab him from that."
Heart of Glory next.
Yep, where we
our first Klingon-centric episode.
Pretty cool episode too.
I enjoyed this one.
I like seeing the death cries for the first time.
Yeah, that you never see again.
Yeah, and what the fuck?
Don't think you ever see it again.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't even think.
I guess every time you ever see a Klingon die, there's just too much shit going on.
They stopped giving a fuck after that.
Stop doing it.
But I did love seeing the like as soon as someone.
Well, I think he does do it again later in the end of the episode when
he kills the other guy.
He does it again, but you never see it post this episode.
I just think about like the doctor working on the guy and he dies, and all the other three just go. And he's just like
that, or someone's in OR next, like the next room over, and they're doing delicate surgery, and they just hear someone scream. They just cut the guy. You just cut the guy's heart out or something.
Oh no!
Suction. But, this is the first Klingon episode. And these are like our first depictions of Klingons that we're gonna see in TNG and on. And like
they essentially call Worf a bitch. The whole episode.
Yeah, they get the costumes right. I love the whole aesthetic of that. It's awesome.
Foreheads galore.
Because like this is the one species where they get them right from day one.
Yeah, it's always been
because we see the Trill later. The Trill we see in I think season 3 is not a Trill we see in DS9.
Yeah,
the Ferengi change over the course of the seasons. The Cardassians, which we see, are wearing like hockey gear or something like that with the headgear and shit.
Yeah,
and then when we see in DS9, they're
like lizard people.
So much cooler.
Yeah, they look sick.
They're more intricate, less blocky, and like padding. The Klingons they got right day one, which was awesome.
I like the Klingons. I like that
them.
episode. Honestly, I think it's a good one.
Yeah. What was it say here? Well, what the hell did I write? That looks like it was Riker and Data. Oh, when they're on the ship, I mentioned the doubles earlier. When they go to the ship and Geordi uses that like receiver thing so they can see what he's looking at, which they never ever use again.
Yep.
So they're walking in the ship and you see all the everything that Geordi's seeing, all the different spectrum or whatever.
Data has an aura.
Yeah. Well, then it's obvious to us. Obviously, it's a fucking human. It's definitely a person standing there. And Picard's like, "What is that? I can't see what that is.
Yeah.
What is that, Geordi?" It's like that's Commander Riker. But then like you're looking at it, you're seeing Geordi, what Geordi's seeing, and you see him and you see Data, and they're like, that's not even Jonathan Frakes and Brent Spiner. Those are doubles.
Look totally weird.
They couldn't get them in the scene.
No. It had to look weird for Geordi, I guess.
I guess because Data's hair was another double who they just couldn't slick his hair back all the way.
Nope, it's all
Riker's body shape didn't look right. He didn't look broad enough. Yeah, it was weird. They just didn't use Frakes and Spiner in that scene. Very weird.
I didn't understand that one bit.
Yeah, I didn't get that. And then they're getting intercepted by a Klingon battle cruiser, which I think is a D7 or maybe even a D8, which is kind of cool.
Didn't those three steal it?
You find out they stole the freighter. They blew up a Klingon ship.
Bags of shit.
Which it must have been like a fucking 30,000-year-old Klingon bird of prey that
three
his
fucking
rockets got it or something, like whatever. But maybe a cavort class or something. But so they're on the intercept course, and Picard and them find out that these guys are criminals. We're gonna capture them or whatever, and they like tempt Worf. And you're like, oh shit, like Worf might get tempted to do something because it seems like every time.
Well, at the end too, they're like, you should join us.
Yeah, he's thinking about it, and then he obviously says no. Very much a first kind of thing where like
I was being polite.
Like, yeah, and where Data's like, I did think about it, sir. And he's like, how long? It's like 0.0125 seconds. Oh, that's an eternity for an android. So it's the same thing for Worf in this episode, I guess. He thought about it for a millisecond. But then so they put him in the brig, and the brig is just a room.
Yeah.
They just it's not even the brig we see later on in the series. They just like fuck, we gotta take this crew quarters and put the lights around it to make the force field, and then that's the brig.
LaForge, we need your closet.
Yeah. Yeah. I just put it in LaForge's closet. Oh man. But they just hadn't made a brig set yet, which is interesting.
Yeah. Because later on, it's like
you think about it, like limited money, and they did 26 episodes, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, insane.
Crazy turnaround for the show.
Yeah, we don't even get fucking 6 episodes out of shows anymore.
I think we're getting. I doubt we even get 10 episodes of the rest of Strange New Worlds this season, or if they do Star Trek Legacy. I know if we have time, we'll probably do some Star Trek news later. With the Starfleet Academy show, we're going to probably get 10 episodes, and it's crazy. And they're going to be, in my opinion, lower quality than what we saw back then.
Yeah, it'll be flashier, but it's not going to have good writing.
Exactly, the writing's going to be rushed. It's going to be not serialized, not as creative as what we got. And I think this is creative.
Yeah,
there's so much creativity in this compared to what we see now.
There's not like an agenda in these. It seems like half the time. Like maybe in some of them, but it's also just like talking about people having differences. A lot of the time.
We'll get into that with Trek news later, because I think that'd be a good time to talk about that and how we can compare new and old.
Gotcha.
At least from a writing standpoint. But yeah, Heart of Glory. That's a good Klingon episode. It's our first time I think we see Klingons in general and how they react outside of war, being
we get to see
Starfleet eyes.
And we get to see what Geordi sees too. So
that was kind of neat because cool. That was definitely.
I've always wondered, like the whole season up to that, I'm like, what is he fucking?
Yeah. That was kind of neat to see. Obviously, I think because I think they said something like it's still a work in progress, so it's not going to be 100%. It's not going to be very well.
And at some point, they said like he sees better than us.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
he saw that fissure in the wall. Yeah. Well, I don't know. He saw that micro fissure in the wall that no one else could see. That was kind of neat.
That is true.
Oh, that was kind of
pretty much had like a Nintendo. What the fuck is that thing called? The Virtual Boy.
Yeah, the Virtual Boy. Yeah.
And then we got Arsenal of Freedom,
episode 21.
That's the one with the worst set.
Oh my god!
The fucking lifeless planet of rubber tree plants.
Second worst set, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think Hiding Q is the worst set. This is second. Yeah, the vegetation looked like crap.
Yeah, then with the rubber tree planet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, everything. There's bamboo trees.
I actually don't like this episode. I'm just gonna say
either.
It's not my favorite. Only thing I like is the salesman in the beginning, the dude with the really sad eyes.
You look like Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, well, he's been in X-Files too. He was a dude that had his brother grown out of his stomach.
Yeah. He's one of those character actors they pick up.
I love that guy. Really sad eyes.
Yeah. But this was also a confusing episode because they're going to search for the USS Drake, and they get to the planet, and there's just no sign of it.
Yeah, Rice is there.
Yeah, Rice is there. Yeah.
He didn't call me Will once.
Yeah, and it's just
obviously fake.
It just made no sense to me. Like they would have found wreckage if the ship was destroyed.
Yeah,
they would have found something.
Usually when we talk, he kisses me on the cheek, and that didn't happen.
Usually when we meet, we grab each other by the balls and shake.
Yeah.
Like another episode where we have a different chief engineer who gives Geordi shit.
Yeah.
Because he's mad Geordi got put in charge.
Yeah.
They put the blind guy that's an instant in charge, or lieutenant junior grade in charge.
Who the fuck put Ray Charles the head of engineering? I can't believe this.
Yeah, what's it, Lieutenant Logan or Lagon or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
It's just a dig.
Hit the road, Jack. Sorry.
Just another. And I think this
another throwaway.
Neat. Yeah, and the throwaway way, but there was a little bit of Geordi character development. He gets put in command in a situation he was not expecting at all.
No, he's just up on the ship.
I think it kind of sets him up for some promotion in season 3. I guess we're getting to season 3, and he becomes chief of engineer.
Yeah.
Eventually, he becomes lieutenant commander. He takes the commander.
It just is sad that his character development was on such a shit episode.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Yeah,
he was just getting yelled at by this fucking lame ass chief engineer who's going to be gone the next episode. It kind of sucked. And there was a little bit of a Picard Crusher thing when they fell down that hole and Crusher like breaks every bone in her body.
She's like, you see how much sand's on me right now?
Yeah. She's covered in cuts. She's bleeding to death. And Picard's like, I have no first aid training whatsoever.
Yeah.
Apparently.
We could probably, have sex.
Yes. Yeah. Because I know we both want it. We wanted it to make it now. And you're dying, so we might as well get it out of the way.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, another throwaway episode. It just seems like the episodes almost get kind of weaker as the season goes on.
Oh yeah, I think the next one is even more of a throwaway. The symbiosis.
Oh my god, symbiosis.
I don't like it.
Yes, what you said earlier.
Space heroin.
Don't drugs are bad, kids. Episode. It's the Dare.
Listen,
episode.
kids, you shouldn't do drugs because look at this whole planet of people.
Yeah, because these guys are all fucked.
They're codependent.
Yeah, they're just like my parents.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alcoholic parents.
The Breckons and the Onarans or Onarans or something like that. God, they have like this weird like electric light power.
Yeah,
they're like attacking each other with electricity.
Yeah,
and like the scene where they're not going to give him the medicine. The guy just grabs Riker by the chest, and the look on Riker's face.
He's like, "Oh shit!" Dude.
Like he just, I can't even. Obviously, no one listening can see the face unless they know on top of their head. But
get
like
this PCP guy off me.
I think he's just you're standing there for the whole scene, just doing that. How awkward that had to be.
It's so weird.
Just laughing at it, like he did it.
Yeah,
and
I don't like
that.
That
was
episode.
The expression that would like be on his face if he was getting electrocuted in the chest like that. Probably not, but
yeah. But yeah, symbiosis. It's a thing.
Space junkies. Oh, and of course the one guy, the one Brecken is he was in Wrath of Khan. He was one of the augments.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I recognize him.
Well, also
he was like the guy, the shields. Whenever like shields, I can't. Like he like can't put the shields back up and then just explodes. His console explodes in front of him and kills him. Oh man.
Also though, I do like that Picard's like Beverly's like I can make it easier on him. He's like no.
Yeah.
Cold turkey for these motherfuckers.
Yeah, because then like, well, we can't help you. Prime Beverly says we can't help you. We can't interfere. So we're not going to give you shit parts either.
Yeah, we just kind of don't like.
You're just going to suffer.
Yeah,
you're just going to go through withdrawals and suffer.
Yeah,
which is like that's kind of jacked.
Yeah, have fun in your halfway planet.
It's a halfway house, and they at the same time because they're not going to be able to get ships. They have they have 3 working ships.
Yeah,
so
and one fucking blew up.
Yeah, so they have 2. That's probably going to blow up in a week's time when they need to go get more of the Facilium or Facilium, whatever the hell it's called.
Have more dope sickness.
And then they're gonna go through withdrawal. I'm sure half the population is going to die from withdrawal, and then the Breckons, whose sole economy is making the drugs, are going to die from probably starvation.
They don't have money
because they have nothing else. They have no sort of agriculture or any sort of like GDP other than selling drugs.
It's pretty much like
the Federation just doomed 2 species.
Yeah, it's like if the only 2 species that lived was big tobacco and trailer parks. Like it's like that's the whole episode. Well, if they don't buy our cigarettes, we won't have money.
Yeah, we don't have money. Yeah, throwaway episode, horrible episode. It's really not that good at all.
Yeah,
but next episode is a pretty damn good episode in my opinion.
Yeah,
Skin of Evil. The unfortunate
fucking
death of Tasha Yar. Yeah, I know we said we don't really like her, but we do. We wish we could have been in more,
sad.
But it was definitely sad, especially just get to the end of the episode. The little memorial service they have was so nice.
The memorial service was nice, but I thought the recording was stupid because it was like she just already had one.
She does that every mission.
For everybody.
She does every mission. Yeah.
Data, you're like a kid. That's why I had named you. Like, what are you talking about, Yar?
You have the innocence of a child, and I took that from you.
Yeah, you don't say that to the only guy you had sex with.
Yeah.
Like that's weird.
Oh, man.
And then also, yeah, dude. Well, the thing what she said to Picard was nice. That would make sense.
Yes.
But then it was like, and then this guy, and they bring in that other guy from engineering. They just pulling up random.
I like
people.
what you said about Worf. I like what you said about Picard, and of course she started with Riker, and just kind of like didn't even really compliment him. I feel like she just kind of called him a cocky son bitch, and I guess
you should grow a beard. You suck.
Yeah. But no, I mean that was a nice little touching thing. Armis was cool. I love that.
Yeah, that the slime guy, like the
evil,
just fucking oil.
Yeah.
What a shape for something that is pure evil though. He's just oil.
Just oil, black, like just.
When he stands up, like that actually looks
it looked really
horrifying.
Good. Yeah, it looked really good.
It's like I said earlier though too. I love that Picard just kind of beats him by being like, "Nah, we're not doing that."
Yeah.
No.
Beats him.
Not happening.
Just tells evil no.
Yeah. Give me back Riker. I know you got him in the oil pit. We're not doing it. He's like, oh,
I feel bad for. I don't. Obviously, whenever Riker does come out of the pit, he's covered in whatever that slime or whatever the oil, whatever
looks
they
like shit.
I don't know if that was actually Jonathan Frakes or if it was a double, but imagine being in that
Oh.
and like trying to hold your breath or not getting in your fucking nose. Like that had to be excruciating.
He's just down there and he hears him go reshoot.
Yeah.
No,
Running out of air.
I'm fucking dying.
Yeah.
But then also, fuck was I gonna say? Well, Riker gets an oil bath, obviously. But when he kills Yara, it's not even for a reason. I just wanted to.
I just wanted to.
It was
looked
funny.
fun.
It's fucking funny.
Yeah, I laughed for a second.
You see how sad you guys are?
And then,
It's
like,
pretty funny.
Yeah, and then he like tried to make Data kill.
Yeah, Crusher.
Pointing the phaser at Crusher and Riker.
Why
and
are you not
and
scared?
Then at the same time, he like Data outsmarted him. He's like, "Well, you're making me do it, so I'm not doing it. Technically, it's you. So you're not going to be fun if you're the one doing it.
You're making me kill.
You know
people.
that he was kind of already like kind of beating Armis at his own game.
Yeah,
which is kind of neat. The Picard comes down there and just seals the deal.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, this episode's good because it's the first time we see like a main cast member like just get axed.
Which kind of made me, when I first watched it, like this, I was like, who else is gonna die later on? But it was just like, well,
it was just because she wanted to leave the show.
Just Denise Crosby.
But it was a good episode, but at the same time, it was a bad episode because it's just the trend is the episodes get weaker and weaker, and that was a slight peak in the weakness.
And the memorial service could have been shorter.
It was a little long. Yeah, it was a little long. I don't even know because I remember later on, Data has that little like hologram cube thing of her.
Yeah,
and I don't remember if they gave that to him in the episode, and can he have it, or he just already had it? Because I think
I can't remember because Data doesn't even really have quarters till the second season, does he?
No, he has quarters because he has one in Data Lore.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's more of like a workstation thing
Yeah,
because he has that big workstation thing and you know an area to paint. I don't even know if he has a bed.
But, I mean, I wouldn't imagine. He probably is like Bender in Futurama. Just he's got stands in a closet.
He's the second officer. He has rank, and I don't think he's even has a. I don't think his quarters even have windows.
Nah, fuck
I don't think I don't notice because most of the senior officers have outside rooms that have windows.
Yeah,
that's kind of the perk of being that is you get to see space and you have a slightly larger quarters. His quarters are a little small, but he is an android.
He's pretty much the Enterprise's Texas Instruments calculator.
Yeah, that's why he's in a closet.
Yeah,
he's in a storage closet on deck 13 or something. But yeah, I mean that's gonna be evil. The whole big thing was just Tasha.
Yeah, she's
dying
dead.
And
fucking crazy.
And Worf's promotion.
Yeah, I'm about to say Worf got promoted. What?
Worf enjoyed that.
Yeah,
he'll get a yellow suit later and becomes chief of security. It's kind of smart to put the Klingon as chief of security.
Yeah, dude, scary. Yeah. Also, when at her memorial, she was like, "I'm sure my death was swift and quick."
Nope,
just like I wanted.
Psych.
No, just kidding. You got killed by black goo monster
black
thing.
Goo tar thing.
Yeah,
you got killed by black tar heroine.
Yeah, you got killed by the stuff the people were using in symbiosis.
Yeah. So we always have Paris.
It's okay.
A time-centric episode with the temporal distortion created by Dr. Mannheim.
Picard's after Space G MILFs.
Yeah.
Because she comes back.
Oddly enough, though, that chick looks kind of young.
Yeah. Well, Picard, he's like a weird mixture of old and young. You know what I mean?
Feel like he's in his 40s, like his late 40s.
Yeah. And she looked like that.
They just haven't cured male pattern baldness yet in the 24th century.
No,
I was like, so she looks 20 years younger than him. So if he was leaving Starfleet in his like early 20s, she's like,
yeah, he's
toddler.
Like, I was supposed to meet up with this 13-year-old.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Maybe she just looks good. I mean, her boobs are hanging out of the side of her outfit.
Yeah, like the whole time. Also, I like how her husband's up there.
He's old too,
and he's like,
yeah, she likes him old.
Just not my kind of woman. It's not a woman for me or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
he was good for him. Good for Dr. Mannheim. He was breaking the space-time continuum, man.
And Beverly was jealous.
Dude, she was definitely jealous. It was like the whole Riker-Troy thing in Justice, man. She was like, kind of...
I'm going to have sex with a guy that didn't save my husband.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And this was nice. This was kind of a Picard retrospective, with him and his past, because even Troy was like, we know you don't like dealing with your past, but, here, use the holodeck and kind of revisit it and see if you can't get any sort of closure out of it. And he gets closure. She comes at the end of the episode and they have some fucking really shitty
sip of champagne.
Yeah, a sip of champagne and then enough sexual tension to cut it with a with a butter.
This
knife
ruined my dramatic romantic exit.
Yeah,
and then the thing appears.
Yeah, literally. That was definitely
a lot of smiling by Picard too in that episode.
Yeah,
man was grinning.
Yeah, he was grinning. Yeah, and he got nothing out of it. Other than a little bit of closure, which is lame.
No, fucking fake French holodeck.
Yeah. But let's move on to the best episode, in my opinion. Even though
Conspiracy.
everyone hates it,
I
Conspiracy.
don't understand.
Best fucking episode of season 1.
It's got the dude from Hills Have Eyes in it as an alien.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Dude with no fingerprints.
They definitely put a middle finger up to the censors with Remick basically exploding.
Yeah, bro.
His exploding head.
They blew up his fucking head and then blew up the worm as it
his
burst
chest
out of
just
his
melted.
body.
You see his like rib cage and everything. That was awesome.
Dude,
this is definitely my favorite episode.
Michael
of season
Berryman.
1.
That's the guy's
Yeah.
name from Hills. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
him.
Yep.
Quinn and Remick come back and they both still suck.
This episode has one of the only mess ups I caught in season 1, because season 1 was definitely had a lot of bloopers, a lot of errors in it compared to the rest of the season, because first season, get all the jitters out. They're on the way. I think it's the cold open. I would assume it's the cold open. They're on the way to Planet Pacifica for some R&R, maybe some sort of small mission, but it's supposed to be a really nice planet.
Yeah,
and
they get
Riker's
that.
like, "Oh, what's our ETA to Pacifica?" And I think Geordi or Data's like 6 hours and whatever minutes. He's like, let's get there a little faster. Let's, we need to enjoy this. Let's, increase speed to warp 6.
Yeah,
And Geordi goes, "I serve full impulse." And I was thinking, that's definitely not warp 6.
Yeah.
And they just didn't bother saying, "Cut, Geordi, you idiot."
Yeah,
LeVar, you said the wrong
fuck,
fucking
LeVar?
thing. We gotta do this again. I'm assuming they were already it's already 3 a.m. They've already done the take 4 times because Geordi just keeps saying full impulse. They're like, "Fuck it."
Yeah,
Whatever.
bro, you're on Reading Rainbow. You got to read the fucking script.
Just leave it in there. Screw it. No one's gonna notice, but I noticed it 20-something years later.
Also,
30 years
Code
later.
47 is a big deal.
Code 47 is a big deal.
Huge deal.
Yeah. It's such a huge deal. You never see it again in the entire series, I don't think.
Such a huge deal. Picard takes it in his fucking his weird
skivvies.
pajamas.
Yeah, his robe.
Yeah.
It's his
And he pours
robe.
like a Scotch sip of water. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm not parched anymore." Who the fuck was that? Was
It
either
was-
gin or that was
it was
water?
gin.
Had to
He's a
be.
British French man. It was
Had to
definitely
be.
gin. 100% gin.
Wasn't Earl Grey.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Horatio gets fucking destroyed.
Yes.
The ship
Yeah, the
just
Horatio Walker.
right after he
one of
talks
Picard's
to
old friends.
yeah,
One of the guys-
Spacewalker,
yeah.
Texas Ranger.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. Like there's 3 captains there whose names escape me. You got the human lady.
Yeah.
You got Walker, and you got the alien guy. Who I think
Hills
is
Have Eyes.
he is a
Michael Berryman.
he looks like the species that's they're blue and they have the line, what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like they got like
that
a fin
species.
damn near.
Yeah, like he's like in the Insurrection when the guy stops Picard at the thing. He's like, "Did you get a chance to read my paper on transbaryonic transducers paper?" And the guy's like, Picard's like, "Would you excuse me one moment?" Just walks off, leaves him there.
God, no.
I can't remember their species, but I thought he was one of them. Just not 100% fleshed out yet because it's season 1.
Yeah.
But like you never see them again. You just know that Walker's ship explodes, they die, they go straight to Earth, and just don't even gather evidence.
No.
They're just like, something's fucked. They talk to admirals who are all possessed by the aliens.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are eating worms.
And no one notices. Like, so Quinn's goes to the Enterprise while Picard's on the surface, and shows Riker the little parasite thing, and he tries to make him do it, and they fight or whatever. And he kicks Worf's ass.
Yeah, he kicks Worf, Geordi, and Riker's ass.
And
Quinn just
and Crusher has to face, stun him like 4 times for being down. And they're like, because all this conspiracy, the whole plot and everything. So, because Walker's like, I can't even trust my own men now, my own people, because they seem different.
Yeah.
But they're different. They have a fucking little bug thing out
yeah,
there.
they've all got fucking skin tags now.
They all grow their hair out long or something,
Yeah.
I guess.
Parasitic skin tags.
Yeah, it was very weird that no one noticed that, because Quinn's got like short hair.
Yeah.
So it was under his collar.
I'm telling you.
They had those collars low anyways. It was very weird that no one noticed that.
But a great fucking
and then Riker comes down later and he like eats the worms too.
Yeah, he's going to, and then he pulls out the fucking phaser and starts firing.
Yeah, well, the people eat the worms.
Yeah, they're just eating.
And
Come on, Picard.
I'm assuming they had some sort of like food decoy that when they cut, they switched the actual mealworms out for like fakes that looked
definitely.
It looked realistic.
They did good.
They looked real, and I thought these people were actually eating actual mealworms. And the first time I watched that episode as a kid, coming home after school and watching it on Spike TV, I think I almost puked.
Yeah, you're like,
I thought they were eating actual mealworms in like middle school or whatever. And then now watching, I was like, oh, it's just a good cut. It's just a good prop master.
Really
who,
good.
Switched out some really good looking like gummy worms or whatever for these mealworms, and that's definitely a good episode. It ends quick though. I feel like it ends quick because
the ending,
dude. They kick Quinn's ass.
And then fucking
Remmick's just sitting in the chair, and of course
that bug crawls in his fucking mouth.
And the bad stop motion up his arm.
I love it though.
It was bad. It had a little campiness to it.
And then you see his neck bulge.
Oh my god, that was a great practical effect too, though. That actually looked good. The stop motion was bad, but that his neck was great. He's just possessed by the queen thing.
I think it's one of the first times in this season where they're like set phasers to kill.
Yeah.
You know,
I think so, yeah.
Because they just fucking blow his head up.
Yeah, they just zapping him in the chest. And they just, let's go to his face. And they just,
it's probably the most painful, fucking horrible. Just
well, and most of the time though, when someone gets set to kill, I mean, it's just a big spark, and they just die, or they get vaporized, entirely nothing. His head exploded. The glorious
episode of Star Trek ever.
Oh yeah,
made.
100%.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then his chest just caves in and melts, and the big worm thing comes out.
It was almost like the fucking xenomorphs in Alien. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was definitely really great effects right there. The censors were just like, fuck you censors, we're gonna do this. And I think this was supposed to kind of set up somewhat next episode and later on when we have like the Borg issue.
Yeah.
I think they were supposed to allude to like they are somehow part of the Borg, because at the end, like Remmick sends a signal out in space, just like as a beacon for I guess more of them to come. But
which is a really cool end.
Yeah, because then like if they hadn't done, like, they could have made the Borg their own thing like they do. But I mean, I would have loved to have seen like the species come back,
symbiotic robot fucking
something come back people. Like they invade or something. That'd been really cool. Maybe they could do that in the future. Maybe that signal was getting sent maybe not part of the Delta or Gamma Quadrant, but outside the galaxy as a whole. So it had to travel a while to get to like another galaxy or some species that exists between galaxies.
Yeah, go between.
Yeah, and then like maybe if they are going to do Trek Legacy with 7 and 9 and some other folks like they're possibly going to do, they could be an antagonist.
Let's see some more worms.
Really cool. Then you could have it to where your antagonist could be anybody, because it doesn't have to be the Changelings or the Klingons.
No, they just take over people.
Anybody.
Yeah,
that would be cool. So if Paramount's listening to this ever, which I doubt they are, there's my idea. Give me money for it. Yeah. I'll write it too.
We love space worms.
Yeah. But no, so yeah, this is probably
my favorite
strongest episode even though everyone hates it. I think people.
I don't get it.
I don't understand. I think
it's one of my favorite episodes
because it's so
ever.
different. I think it's because it's so different. Yeah. You're not expecting Picard and Riker to just laser some guy's face off.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna fuck some shit up right now. We're pissed.
Yeah,
they're taking over Starfleet.
And I don't think people expect the idea that Starfleet can be corrupted like that. But then we see that in DS9 with the Dominion, changeling, infiltration.
Yeah.
So obviously it can be done. So why are you surprised now? Why do you like it then? In conspiracy.
But either way, that's in my top 10 episodes ever. Just saying. I fucking love that episode.
I would agree to that. It's definitely in mine as well. So that takes us to the season finale, the Neutral Zone, the first appearance of the Romulans since TOS.
Yep.
We didn't even see them in any of the movies.
And we get the Southern guy that makes me laugh.
The 3 Frozen folks. Yeah, I didn't bother writing their names down because we got the mom, the ditzy mom, the country music star, and we have the banker stock trader guy.
I just love the country.
Just an ass.
Well, I love it when he's like, "Let me get a ribeye steak with fried potatoes and like broccoli." And yeah, scratch this. Give me a martini, 2 olives. I need the vitamins.
For the vitamins. For the vitamins. Yeah, that guy's great, and he loves Data.
Yeah, he was so funny.
He wants Data to come with him as like a sidekick guy or whatever.
Yeah, he's probably had the same intentions as Yar. He's like, so you've got a robot penis.
And I love the ditzy blonde lady. She's upset about not seeing her family, and like all her family's dead or whatever.
Yeah,
and like no one thought of me. It took Troy to think like, what's their names? And we can look it up in the computer because we have information, that rivals everything we have in the 21st century all on one ship.
And you can see how they died.
And they found like all of their generations, and no one thought to do that immediately. Like they didn't explain anything to these people.
No, they just fucking thought them out.
They just sit in this room. Sit in this room, and we'll get to you eventually. We're dealing with the Romulans. Like, you have 1,000 people on the ship. Someone can come and say, hey guys, it's 24, 63, 64, whatever. You've been frozen for 200 something years, or 400 something years.
Yeah, because it's like they say it's like the year 2300 and something.
Yeah,
and they tell them like if it was in your time.
Yeah, 2364. So like because they always they go Stardate initially for the season, And then I think later in season 2 they establish a year finally, or they establish a year in this time. They've been going star dates, and the star dates make no sense.
Yeah.
They just put numbers out there, and they're like, "Oh, this we got to make it canon accurate because they have to look at TOS and see the star dates they use, and then kind of like make the formula for how to calculate the star date."
We need a full 47-minute episode of Picard going star date 3.14 and say every number. Just keep saying pi till the fucking.
Yeah, no one could just explain to these people that this is what's going on right now, and I mean, obviously it's a good thing because you got character interaction, and then at the end, whenever the Romulans show up, and Mark Alimo, I can never say his last name, Gul Dukat is the Romulan commander, captain, or whatever, and
pretty sick.
He's a much better Cardassian than he is a Romulan, in my opinion. He was not a very good Romulan. He's more of a Cardassian, perfect as a Cardassian, as Gul Dukat in general. But he can, of course, the banker guy comes in. He's like, they know nothing. They're bluffing. They're hoping you know something. And it's like, well, that would have been nice to know had Troy been here and not dealing with the mom.
Imagine if we had the fucking empath.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if can Betazoids read Romulans and Vulcans.
I don't know.
I thought there was something maybe they couldn't. Either way,
probably could have picked up something.
Yeah. And so it was kind of weird to just have her indisposed when there's a kind of a crisis situation with a species you hadn't had contact with for like 70 years.
Yeah.
Show back up again. And this alludes to the Borg again because I think, what is it? The outposts are disappearing along the neutral zone, and it's a Borg incursion.
Yeah.
They're just testing out the waters. And that doesn't get resolved. It gets resolved in, I guess later season 2, season 3, I guess. So that was kind of, that's why I like these last 2 episodes. It's good writing. The writers are like, we need to
tighten this up
so
we get a second season.
We need to have an overarching storyline or plot devices because eventually the serialized stuff is just going to go out the window, especially if we're doing 26 fucking episodes a season. That's a lot of individual stories. We need 2-parters. We need overarching storylines.
No, agreed.
So that's why I really like the Neutral Zone as well, because you get the Romulans back. You get a little bit hints of the Borg.
Some callbacks, some new shit.
Yeah, it's a great way to end season 1.
Yeah.
I almost wish they had reversed it and did Conspiracy last.
Yeah, I 100%. When I watched it, I was like, bro, Conspiracy should have been the last.
Yeah, because that's pretty heavy implications
on,
for
like
the
them
Federation.
beaming out into the the Nether, just out there.
Yeah. I mean, again, like season 2 kind of would start with like the implications of the Federation being infiltrated and all those moves that happened with people that were taken over by the parasites, like kind of getting that back together and making sure that there were no other sort of intel leaks or any sort of other issues that came from that. And then we get back into serialized storylines with episode 2, but that would have been a good way to like bridge season 1, season 2. Because season 1 or season 2, episode 1 is a Troy-centric episode, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. It's been a minute. Like I said, I'm excited to actually.
Sure it's Troy getting pregnant. In. So with some like space baby. So it's a weird way to end season 1, start season 2. So that's why, I think they could have switched the episodes around it and did some more connecting. But I mean, they get to that in season 3.
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah, season 3 when they have the Picard Borg 2-parter cliffhanger episode.
Yeah, Locutus.
Locutus. Borg.
Locutus.
But that's a great way to end season 1. So
solid season.
Weak, but also strong at the same time.
Still fun to watch.
Yeah, totally.
Totally loved going back.
Totally, yeah. So.
Holy shit! And we talked for 2 hours and 15 minutes
that was an extra
season.
hour and 15 I expected us to talk for. And
That's
and I even wanted to kind of include a little bit of Trek news. And I know we've got Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, which about the Trek news. I was consumed by season 1 this last week.
Yeah. Well, something to think about for next week. Then when we talk about season 2, and hopefully we can get through season 2 a little faster, and then we can talk about more, especially if you can do some looking as well stuff with Starfleet Academy. Takes place in the Discovery timeline where we are now 800 years in the future, where just Discovery leaves off, and we've got they do name drops. I mean, they got Robert Picardo back as the Doctor. He's 800 years older now. Still looks like he's 57. Hasn't really aged much. Still the hologram. And we've got
one of my favorite Doctors, by the way.
Oh yeah, great. Robert Picardo's great. I almost can't wait to talk about Voyager because I like talking about him. He's one of my favorite characters.
He's great. I'm excited to get the DS9 and talk about Quark.
Oh yeah,
and Odo.
Oh yeah. Well, we might do some pure character driven episodes. We'll talk about we'll spend the time talking about just one character and scenes and episodes and stuff about them.
Like Odo Odo sleeping in a bucket.
Yes, yes. I'm probably comfortable.
Didn't he turn into a table one episode? Like they
Yeah,
come
he
in
was
and
like,
he's
yeah. But yeah, so we got 800 Years in the Future. We've got a Tellarite Klingon hybrid villain, which I don't know why we need a villain in a basically Star Trek 90210. That's what everybody's calling it. So we don't need a villain. Just give us some, high school drama.
Yeah.
Or college drama, but not lame. Make it good.
Like I said, keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yeah,
So something stupid.
And then we have which I think everybody's up in arms about, is I guess she's the commandant or the head of the academy. I don't remember her name because it's some weird Klingon name. Yeah. But she's a Klingon Jem'Hadar hybrid.
Yeah.
So we've got two hybrids.
What's going on there?
Why? I don't really get that. And of course, everyone knows Jem'Hadar in the DS9 universe. They're all males and they got no balls.
Yep.
They can't reproduce.
Yep.
And everybody's thinking, well, I guess the Dominion got enlightened in 800 years, which makes no sense because they have been evil for the past 10,000 years. So you think they're going to change in a relative in comparison in a week?
No.
Odo's there to just make sure they don't want to wage war on anybody anymore and to cure them of the disease that Section 31 gave them.
Yeah.
So there's no need to make them a not antagonistic race. Make them still be kind of like
they can still be bad guys.
Them still be they don't have to be bad guys. Just more of like adversaries, like they're like a Cold War kind of thing where we're not really allies. We'll help if we need to. They'll help if we need to. Like there's no greater threat, but like they do their own thing. We do our own thing. We really don't mess with each other. They're still gonna have the Jem'Hadar be like their military force.
Yeah.
Maybe they could make it to where there are females and they have reproductive capabilities. So instead of genetically engineering them, they can actually have, a race and they can recruit and, make the Jem'Hadar can have kids that don't have to go in the military. They can be doctors and scientists and make advancements with the Vorta, because the Vorta are probably still going to be around. They might still, the changeling might still be using them as, an administrative race. So allow the Jem'Hadar to also, everybody to procreate. And then you still have that iron fist on your territory, but like relaxed a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think instead of having a Klingon Jem'Hadar hybrid, because the Klingon and Jem'Hadar, they were like, they're good adversaries. I don't think they'd be fucking that quickly. I would rather have had a pure blood Jem'Hadar. It can be male, it can be female. I don't care. Make them pure blood, and then that way you have a Worf equivalent in the 32nd century. You have a pure blood. Worf was a pure blood. Klingon.
The only Klingon that he knew of.
Starfleet. Yeah. So like obviously he has a perspective that is purely Klingon in this Starfleet environment. In this one, we could have gotten a purely Jem'Hadar attitude and work ethic and all the thing that makes them a Jem'Hadar in Starfleet. Once adversary, kind of the same way the Klingons are once adversaries of the Federation. Same thing, and we can see their, how that culture, the Jem'Hadar culture, reflects in Starfleet, and we could have seen that. I think getting a Klingon Jem'Hadar hybrid, it's just stupid. It's just.
I agree.
It's just you're overriding. Give us pure blood.
Yeah.
Jem'Hadar, and then we'll go from there, and we'll see how they interact with a species that they once saw as rivals. It's so much better.
Or how about just like a normal Star Trek show? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just get annoyed with like, well, for one, we talked about how we don't like Disco.
Yeah, folks. We don't like Discovery. We kind of hate it.
Sorry. Lower Decks is cool.
Oh, fantastic.
I want to watch more of Strange New Worlds.
And
then I got to watch more of Picard.
Yeah.
But I just, I don't know. There's just something about the new Star Trek that I just, like, I've tried so hard to get into it. I just can't. Like, I'm going to have to try now.
Yeah. We'll probably have to, we might have to do an episode later on, and we'll talk about Discovery.
Talk about like the whole first season of Discovery or something.
I don't even want to watch the show.
I don't either.
And I know people are going to give me crap for that because, well, how can you not like a show if you've never seen it? So I've seen enough on social media. I've read enough articles. I've read synopsis enough. I've seen enough scenes on YouTube to know that I hate everything to do with that show.
Yeah.
That it is not Star Trek. It is even less canon than the Kelvin timeline, in my opinion. So I want to talk about the Kelvin timeline. I want to talk about the Star Trek that was it J.J. Abrams movies as well. I want to talk about those. So hopefully we'll get to those eventually. But we'll do a We Hate Disco episode.
Yep,
that's what we call it, the We Hate Disco.
Sounds good. I'll watch the whole first season in preparation
on it.
Yeah.
So Yeah, but like, why do we have to have villains, man? Why can't we just have a show that is serialized? We have well, Strange New Worlds kind of did that. They had episodes that were relatively standalone. There was your overarching, situation they had to deal with, but each episode had its own A and B plot that were one off.
And it's dope seeing Pike.
Yeah,
I think that's cool. I've only watched 3 episodes of it.
Whose name escapes me again. He's an awesome Pike. Sorry. I love him. He's great. His hair's a little too tall. I don't know.
It is very tall.
I mean, that man goes through product.
How funny it'd been if they gave him a mop cut, like kids have.
Just give him a Bieber cut.
That should have been hilarious.
Yeah, no, I really like Strange New Worlds. I like how they're introducing characters that the characters we know in TOS are slowly incorporating them.
Yeah, it's sick.
And this,
I've heard
I don't
a
know
lot.
if it's going to spoil anything for you, but in the last season we saw Scotty. Scotty joins the crew. Yeah. Now he's part of the crew.
Fuck yeah.
I'm hoping we see Bones at the end of the season.
Dude, that would be nice.
Because we're on season 3, right? Season 3, and I think they greenlit them for 4 and 5. I think 5 will be the last season.
Okay.
So I'm hoping we either see Bones at the end of this season or we see him sometime next season. Because we already have Kirk. Kirk's going to end up taking over eventually because we know what happens to Pike.
Yeah, he gets fucking.
He's going to get wheelchair.
Here's your wheelchair. You blink too for. No, he won for
here's your South Park inspiration.
Yeah, for real. But, funniest episode of South Park.
So
I just say.
But so yeah, we're gonna see that. I mean, the only ones we haven't seen. I mean, we've seen the big 3. Well, technically, it'll be the big 4 because I don't think most people consider
Enterprise.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting how many actual cast members there are. I mean, the big 3 in TOS is Kirk, Spock, and McCoy.
Yeah.
But then your other ones, you've got Uhura, Chekhov, Sulu, Scotty. You got them, which obviously I think Chekhov and Sulu were season 2 characters. I think.
Sulu was in season 1.
Yeah, so
I think Chekhov come later.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird they introduce Scotty before they do Bones because we already have.
I think Scotty's.
We already have Uhura. Uhura was already in there to begin with.
Yeah.
Which I love the girl, the actress who plays Uhura. She's great. I love her.
Well, also I think Scotty's just iconic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and the guy that played him is like,
I'm giving her all she's got.
The great Irish, Scottish accent.
Yeah.
Waiting for him to start picking up whiskey, Irish whiskey or Scottish or Scotch.
Yeah,
I mean, excuse me. I keep wanting to say
Scotch.
Irish. He's Scottish. Jesus.
He's be drinking tape.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Or like, what is this? It's green. Didn't that happen in the TOS episode where someone asked Scotty what is, and he goes, "It's green."
Yeah,
I love that. That's a great callback too. And I think that's season 4 on the Dyson Sphere. But yeah, I think that's some Trek news. I even saw something about. I'm sure it was a fake Facebook post about Starfleet Academy already canceled after season 1. Like they're not even getting a season 2, and they haven't even started. They haven't started yet.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So I'm sure it's fake. I'm sure they'll get 3 seasons and
others
just be Degrassi or 90210 but in space.
Yeah, 100%.
So we'll see how it goes. I may or may not watch it.
I'll probably check
still
it
gonna
out.
Probably still gonna be watching the rest of TNG, DS9 Voyager, and
Enterprise.
I can't wait. I almost can't wait to rewatch Enterprise.
Yeah, same. I'm right. I actually started rewatching that the week before you messaged me about doing this podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, fuck. I guess I'm watching next gen.
Yeah, I guess we'll put this on hold again.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But other Star Trek news, Odo started an OnlyFans. He's
oh man,
whatever you want him to be.
Yeah, anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
top 0.001%. I guess
he did a half. Anything. He did one half of his body Tasha Yar and the other half Data, and he meshed his parts together. Then he got in a bucket.
We gotta do. He's gotta do Troy and Riker next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But
yeah.
Well, I think that's it for episode 1 of the 4 Lights.
Yeah. If you're listening, we appreciate you all.
Yeah. So like, subscribe. We'll be on YouTube on the channel here, and then I'm sure we'll be putting it somewhere else. Probably Spotify, iTunes, anywhere I can find that's free because I'm not spending money on this.
Yeah, we are both
for
broke
now
and work in progress.
Oh, I'm not broke. I'm just cheap.
Yeah, same.
So, but yeah, thanks for listening, and I guess live long and prosper, you nerds.
Yeah, thanks you all. Take care.